GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, Otheon Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Hoagland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset Consulting Service, Roustabout Service and Insulating, DA Land, LLC, Tioga Ace Hardware, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, The Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Border Mobile Grain Cleaning, Wham! LLC and Dry Fork Supply, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Crosby Chiropractic, The City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Northern Charm Boutique, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Mirex Petroleum Corporation, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, White Mountain Electric, The Depot LLC, TNT Measurements Incorporated, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media.
Welcome to Game Day Media. I'm Dallas Hansen, and my oh my, do we have a game tonight as the Divide County Maroons take on the number 2 ranked team in the state, the Westhope Newburg Glenburn Sioux. Joining me tonight is going to be producing and doing color, David Peterson. David, welcome in.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for doing this, Dallas. I'm super excited. When I saw this one on the schedule, they said there is no doubt that Game Day Media will be covering this game. There's a kid that probably everybody knows in the state of North Dakota. Have at it. I mean, the kid is tremendous.
We're talking about the North Dakota State Bison. Just signed on to play with them the next 4 years. That is probably the best football player in the state of North Dakota, Walker Broughton. And let's talk a little bit about that, David, because Walker Broughton's used very interesting by this coaching staff. He plays quarterback, he plays running back, he plays wide receiver. They even throw him in a couple tight end reverses there. So he goes all over the yard when it comes to offense. Yeah,
you talk about just pure athlete. I'm sure when NDSU was salivating along with every other team in North Dakota and eastern Montana and western Minnesota, they see the talent, they know what it's all about, and the utilization that you just talked about is 100% true. You can put them anywhere on the field. NDSU is getting a good one. But let's not forget about all the other kids that are on the team, too. You know, the Trayton Lessmans, the Will Arts kids, the Tiger Lee, the kids that get the ball from, probably take advantage of Walker Broughton's aura, being able to have all the eyes focused on him and being able to get the ball off. So I'm looking forward to a good game. I'm looking forward to seeing what the Maroons can do. They're a good team as well, so I'm looking forward to see what both teams will do tonight.
You've been listening to our Border Plains Equipment pregame show, and as David just said, Divide County starting off the league strong, the league campaign strong. They start out 2-0, going to get a little bit of a speed bump last week in Mohall, 22-8, but David, we've covered Divide County a few times, and they've got a freshman phenom by the name of Traven Head, who, my oh my, is going to have a name for himself in the next few years.
Yeah, 100%. He is freshman by grade, but he probably ages and looks as about a junior or senior in high school. He's very put together. He's kind of got that Divide County-esque look
something
to
different
him.
In the water,
Something different in some of these good football players that have come out of Divide County. So I'm excited to see what he can do as well as he matures and develops into a great football player for Nate Nelson and Bob Brown.
Well, speaking of Nate Nelson and Bob Brown, we're going to be right back with our coaches' comments. We're going to talk to both head coaches, Lane Fleur and Nate Nelson, here in the coming moments.
At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968.
Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit surusvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
Kyle Hansen is proud to be a Thrivent financial professional, providing personalized financial guidance to people of all stages of life. Thrivent believes humanity thrives when individuals make the most of what they've been given, and Kyle is here to help you do just that. Larson Boston Agency, your Farmers Union insurance agents located at 106 Main Street North in Crosby, North Dakota, offer multiple lines of insurance including crop, farm and ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Give Chell or Robbie a call today at 701-965-6335.
Bank of Tioga, with locations in Tioga and Crosby, North Dakota. Come and talk to us about all your financial needs. Whether it's agriculture, business, investments, or personal banking, we have the right product for you. Call our Tioga Bank at 701-664-3388 or our Crosby Bank at 701-965-6333 to discuss your needs with us. Ignite prosperity at the Bank of Tioga.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Otheon Boutique carries a wide variety of women's clothing as well as permanent jewelry. Shop in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopotheon.com.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Dad.
Can you hang out with Grandpa for a bit? I'm down in the barn.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll be up there in a bit.
RTC Networks capture cameras. Keep an eye on what you care about.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you.
Welcome to Coach's Comments here at Continental Resources, Game Day Media. I've got with me the head coach for the Westhope Newburg Sioux, Coach Lane Fleur. Coach, how are we doing today?
Good. Great day for some football.
You're coming up to Divide County, which has been, there's been some interesting games up in Divide County for the Maroons and the Sioux. Kind of a little bit of a rivalry, but the rivalry as of late has been dominated by the Sioux. You guys have been in some close games. What's it going to feel like to come back up to Crosby and play a football game?
Well, the last time when we went up there, I think there was like 150 points scored in a game.
Yeah.
It was one of the funnest games I've ever been a part of. Anytime you go to Crosby, you're going to a community that has a great tradition of football. They're coached extremely well. Their kids are disciplined. The field is beautiful. It's a great environment to play in, and we're excited to face the Maroons tonight.
Latest polls just came out, Coach. You guys are number 2 in the state. How does that feel?
We try not to keep our eye on it too much, but we do understand it's out there. Where we want to end up is we want to be on top of the poll in the last one. And that's been our goal, our mindset all year long. And, we're just excited for the opportunity to play Divide tonight. And we can't worry about the future. We got to take care of business one game at a time.
Something that I really like about this year's Sioux football team is obviously you have Walker Broughton, which everybody knows just signed with the North Dakota State Bison. But you've got also these great pieces to surround him that are big contributing factors. How does that feel as a head coach to not only know you've got a good football team, but you've got the glue to make you go deep into this playoff run?
Yeah, it's very comforting. But one thing as a coach, you get nervous about is injuries that happen. And some things that you can't control. But, this team is battle tested. They've been through some extremely tough games. We talked about going up to Divide County and playing them 3 years ago. Most of these kids a lot of them played as freshmen and sophomores in that game. So the experience that we have, we feel is a big strength of ours. But we've been really focusing on not being complacent and playing to our standard all the time. And our kids have huge goals, but we got to make sure we're taking it one day at a time and taking care of that particular day, whatever the assignment is.
Last question for you, Coach. Offensively, we've noticed you kind of you move your players around a little bit. We've seen Walker Broughton play a little bit of quarterback, play a little running back. What is the mindset offensively for your Sioux team when it comes to moving your pieces around?
I think something that we're trying to do, both offensively and defensively, is we want to make sure we are giving our opponent as many different looks as possible. As a defensive coordinator, when an offense does a bunch of different formations, they do a bunch of different motions and shifts and things like that, it takes a lot of time to prep for. And so that's an area that we feel like can be an advantage with. Because of our experience, we're able to do that because these boys have played a lot of football. But we want to make sure that when the time comes that we have everything in that we need in, and we want to make sure we're practicing it throughout the year.
Well said, Coach. It's been a lot of fun talking to you today, and appreciate you coming on Continental Resources Coach's comments, and good luck. And we're looking forward to GameDay Media having the Westhope Newburg Sioux playing the Divide County Maroons. Good luck, Coach.
Yep. Thank you very much, and thanks for doing this.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-628-1414. Your local Farmers Union insurance agent. Located in Tioga, North Dakota, WHAM LLC and Dry Fork Supply are companies that specialize in gas flow measurement and equipment, along with a fully stocked oil field parts and supply warehouse in the Bakken. Give them a call at 701-664-9425 or stop by today.
Located in Powers Lake, North Dakota, the Country Store has what you need. From hardware to everyday essentials, including FR clothing, power tools, and even embroidery and screen printing. You can find most everything at the Country Store. There's always a friendly face willing to help you find what you need at the Country Store. Jared and Brenda invite you to visit them on Main Street in Powers Lake. The Country Store has been in business for almost 50 years. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Give us a call at 701-464-5434 today.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provide speech therapy in our clinics as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Dr. Cammie Wehrman has been serving the Crosby area with entire family chiropractic care for 20 years, specializing in back and neck pain, headaches, and sports injuries. We also carry a full line of Nutridyne supplements. To schedule an appointment today, call 701-965-3222.
Murex Petroleum Corporation, a pioneer for today, creating opportunities for all involved. Extraordinary people, extraordinary assets. To start a great career, visit murexpetroleum.com.
D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oil field companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin. While being the largest leaseholder in the Bakken, Continental Resources believes that we are among the most efficient and cost-effective producers of oil and natural gas on the planet. One of the most effective ways of putting action behind our values is by giving to those communities in which we operate. American Energy is a huge contributor of tax revenue to local, state, and federal governments, an economic catalyst, and a job creator. If you want to work in an environment that encourages teamwork and putting your ideas into action, visit CLR.com to start your new career today.
Welcome back to Continental Resources Coach's Comments. I've got with me now an old head coach of mine and someone that I value a lot in my life, Mr. Nate Nelson. Coach Nelson, welcome to the pregame show here.
Hey, thanks for having me on the pregame show, and of course, thanks for broadcasting the game. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Hey, it's been a great year for Divide County, coming off of last year only one win. You've already overcome that, 2 wins, and now you find yourself almost catching a rhythm with this team. Struggled a little bit last week with Mohall. Now you've got the number 2 team coming in the state in Westhope, Newburg Sioux. But how has practice been this week for the Maroons?
It's been a good week of practice. We kind of, after every time you have a loss, you kind of take a look and, okay, what would we have done different if we could go back in the time machine, which we can't. But, we kind of simplified things and I think we got a better fit for our personnel based on their strengths and weaknesses now. So I think we kind of changed things up, just made enough little tweaks to our schemes to try to fit our personnel a little bit better, like I said, and then put our kids in the best chance we can to have them succeed tonight.
The Sioux versus the Maroons has become a rivalry. A couple years ago, you guys had that great regular season game where the Maroons came out victorious. Turn around, the Sioux come in the playoffs second round and beat you guys in what was arguably one of the best games ever played at Cal Andrist Field, one of the most high scoring. And now the Sioux have become this great program. How do you as a coach go look at this game and try to say, okay, we've got the number 2 team. What are we going to do different? How are we going to get this team to scheme up?
Yeah, it's quite a challenge with Westhope coming in here. They're a really good football team, and I think they're probably a better team than they were last year. And that team went all the way to the semifinals and was right in there with North Prairie in a good football game. So I think they're a little bit better team this year. It's quite a challenge for us. Obviously, we can't make mistakes. We can't have penalties. We can't put the ball on the ground. We certainly can't turn it over if we want to have any sort of chance to be in this. So, being able to control the ball on offense, run some clock, shorten the game up a little bit would be ideal. But in order to do that, you got to put some first downs together back to back, and defensively, containing Walker Broughton is quite a task. He's a Division I athlete. You see that every once in a while at the 9-man level, but you don't usually see it at the skill position. You usually see it as a lineman or something like that. So this is a unique situation with this kid. He is exceptional, possibly the best 9-man player I've ever seen.
You've had a great player in Traven Head, a freshman that has come out strong for the Maroons. What are your thoughts on Traven? And he just got our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game last week, the week 2 against Tioga. And what are your thoughts on Traven Head as a freshman kind of coming into his own?
Traven doesn't look like a freshman. He doesn't play like a freshman. And at practice, you just plug him into a spot and say, here's what you do. And he doesn't ask any, he just knows what to do. He has a good, what we call FBI, football intelligence. So it helps when you can put a kid in, and we've kind of moved him around to different positions because he could be very, very good at a lot of different positions, but we got to try to lock him in at the one he can help us the most. But yeah, he's been a pleasant surprise and maybe exceeded our expectations so far this year for a freshman.
Well, talking to head coach Lane Fleur this morning, he talked a little bit about how they use Walker Broughton, who you just referenced, in different parts of their offense. Sometimes he'll play quarterback. Sometimes he'll play running back, wide receiver. They throw him all over the yard. How are you going to try to contain him? And are we going to have like a scout that's going to just follow him around the field? Or what is Divide County going to do to try to stop arguably the best player in the state?
Well, it's a little different on the basketball court when you got narrow boundaries and you can put 2 guys on them and chase them. In football, you can't really do that, especially in the 9-man game where your field is 53 1/3 yards wide. Westhope, their coaching staff does an excellent job of scheming him in space, and they'll spread you out with 3, 4, 5 receivers, and you have got 9 guys to defend that. So it's really, really tough. You can't really assign 2 guys to him. It's not like basketball, or it's not even like the NFL where you could have a guy spy in the 11-man game. It's a little harder in 9-man. We just have to be fundamentally sound, do the best we can to contain him, and try to take angles, which is tough because he does have so much speed.
Well, Coach, I wish you the best of luck tonight as the Maroons take on the Westhope Newburg Sioux. And you've been listening to Continental Resources Coach's Comments. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of GameDay Media, LLP, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent by GameDay Media, LLP.
Welcome back to the Border Plains Equipment pregame show. I'm Dallas Hansen, fieldside with David Peterson. We just heard from our Continental Resources coaches' comments. Appreciate both those coaches taking some time. And my oh my, is tonight a great night for football. We are at Cal Andrist Field in the heart of Crosby, North Dakota. And David, going to bring you in now. We were just listening to the coaches' comments. Your takeaway from Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn Sioux.
There's a lot of good football players on both sides of the ball, and I'm curious. You said earlier, curious to see what Traven Head's going to be able to bring to this to the football game. But I mean, let's be honest, it's the Walker Broughton show, and we're just Walker Broughton's world, and we're just kind of living in it right now, and it's just a fantastic football setting. I love coming up to Crosby. I feel like we've been up here so many times this year. I feel like I should apply for residency inside the community. But it's just such a beautiful press box. The band is playing. I think it's one of the best pep bands in the state. They're fantastic. They do a nice job on the field. It's beautiful. The players are ready to go, and I'm excited for it. I'm ready to go.
Looking at the other side of the football, we've got the underdogs tonight. Divide County Maroons head coach Bob Brown and also co-head coach Nate Nelson. What do you think about the Maroons as the captains meet for the field goal toss?
Yeah, the captains are meeting. Hopefully Ron Wright can flip his microphone on. Most likely he'll do it. Very experienced official. But
we're going to have the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh.
Okay, Star Spangled Banner time.
Okay, well, we'll
keeping it here.
Yeah, we'll keep it here. We're just ad-libbing, I guess.
Divide County Pep Band, I believe they're going to do this, led by Kayla Pulvermacher.
Go ahead.
A beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner by our Divide County Pep Band, and we're going to now give it to Ron Wright, who's down at the 50-yard line with both team captains.
All levels of athletics. We ask you to exhibit good sportsmanship at all times.
Thank you.
We believe that all high school activities reside.
Not picking it up right now, so we'll just keep talking.
Ron Wright's a great chiropractor, but bad with mics. That's okay. As we move on, again, we're talking a little bit about Divide County. David, we covered Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn Sioux. Let's talk Divide County. And we had them the first game of the year. Connor Artman, the senior quarterback, talked a little bit in his post-game interview about how much he worked in the offseason. And one of the people that he was looking to work towards and becoming was
defend a goal or
here we go.
To the second half. You want the ball, you want to kick from. Here.
Either way,
Divide County has elected to receive. Westhope will kick. And we've got a little bit of a wind here. It looks like it's blowing from the south to the north, correct, David?
Yeah, it's about 30 miles an hour, so it's going to be windy down there. I'm curious to see the game plan from both sides. Are they going to throw the ball? Are they going to get the ball, keep it on the ground and pound? That's what Divide County has historically done the past 3 games that we've seen them. 2 games we've seen them is ground and pound. But as to the country store starting lineup.
Here we go. The starting lineup for the Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn Sioux. They're going to go with their defense. And starting at defensive end, number 27, Hunter Tolstead. The defensive tackle, number 64, Logan Lee. Defensive end, number 2, Brody Nodmark. Linebacker, number 3, Jaden Nelson. Another linebacker for the Sioux, number 7, Damian Braun. Another linebacker, number 8, Will Arts. Cornerback, Aiden Durr. Another corner for him, wearing number 1 tonight, Trayton Lessman. And then the safety, the one, the only, the great, the powerful, wearing number 4, Walker Broughton, the Bison sign-on who we learned before the game. He went down to do the summer camp with Easton Stick, the backup quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers, held a camp in Fargo, and they invited Walker down, and then Coach Polisek, head coach for the Bison, said, Walker, can you come into this meeting room for me? And there was every single coach of the Bison staff saying, hey, this is why we want you.
What a feeling for a 17, 18-year-old kid, right, to be kind of just coveted by everybody.
All the coaches coming in at him. So we're going to go now with the Divide County team. They'll be home on the scoreboard tonight. They're going to start off with their offense. Left end is going to be that freshman phenom that we're talking about, number 40, Traven Head. At left guard, a junior, a big boy, wearing number 70, Maverick Wolf. At center, a sophomore wearing number 54, Wyatt Locken. Right guard, a junior wearing number 72 tonight, Gavin Nygaard. A right end, number 44, Stockton Nelson, a phenomenal basketball player, but he's a good football player as well. Look for him to have a few passes tonight. And at fullback, a senior, Gus the Bus Swonks 2. And then running back, this kid's a playmaker. He's a junior wearing number 3, Peyton Costed. And another senior wearing number 26, Hayden Smithberg. And your man under center tonight, the senior wearing number 9, Connor Artman.
The MMA guru.
The MMA guru. I did a podcast with him. He's a great kid. But we are moments away from kickoff here. We are so excited, and we really appreciate you joining us here on GameDay Media. I'm Dallas Hansen, joined with David Peterson. We'll take a break. We'll be back with kickoff from Cal Andrist Field.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com.
Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1986. Offering septic service, portable restrooms and hand wash, sewer jet and camera services. Located in Stanley, North Dakota, call for a free quote at 701-628-2960.
Oh my God.
Walker Broughton kicking for the Sioux. To receive for the Maroons.
Welcome back to Cal Andrist Field. The football's on the tee. We are ready for kickoff. We've got the number 2 team in the state, the Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn Sioux, coming to town to Crosby, North Dakota to face off against the 2-1 Divide County Maroons. Coming off a loss against Mohall. They're hungry though. And we are off. Walker Broughton kicks it deep. It's going to be a return by Peyton Costed. Costed going on the left side, makes a nice move, but he's going to be tackled out. Oh, it's a fumble. It's on the ground. Divide County picks it up. Lucky there. He wasn't down, so an early fumble for the Maroons that was picked up by Isaac Johnson. Johnson in the right place at the right time. But here we go. Divide County's offense heading out, led by senior under center Connor Artman. Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn Sioux will take defense first. A man to watch is wearing number 4 tonight. He plays safety position. Kind of a rover there on defense. That is Walker Broughton. David, thoughts on first drive for Divide County?
Not the way Coach Brown and Coach Nelson wanted to go, but with the fumble, the ball hitting the ground, no harm, no foul, able to jump back on it and get the ball starting on the 28-yard line?
Yep,
29-yard line. 29-yard line.
Artman under center sends Smithburg into motion. They give it quickly to Gus the Bus, and he gets nowhere, pushed back, and that will be no gain on the play.
Big play by number 8 for the Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn Sioux. Will Arts, big boy, stands about 6'2", 190 pounds. Senior for the Westhope, Newburg, WNG.
WNG. That's what we got to go with.
The Czar.
The Czar. That's what we got to go with. WNG Sioux. So it will be 2nd and 10 for the Maroons. Maroons are in their gray jerseys with maroon pants. Artman. Into motion. They give it to Damon Bowling. Bowling on the right side. Gets past the 30. Nice play there by Damon Bowling, and he's close to a first down. And that was a good play there for the Maroons, David.
Good play, a little misdirection, able to get Bowling out. Bowling's been out the last couple of weeks. I don't know if his injury or what the case is. But
injury with the school books.
Sure.
Yeah, but he's doing better now.
Yes, he's on the field. You go through all the practice. You want to get on the field. So he's going to be a good weapon for them for sure. You know, they get a couple other weapons with Peyton Costed and Weston Peterson, the kids like that. You just add another area for weaponizing.
So Divide County going with their close formation. Bob Brown loves to run this. Bowling in motion again, gives it to Gus Swangstu. Swangstu battling his way through, and he's going to get the first down. First down, Divide County, and a gain of 6.
Good play by Gus. He's a big kid, low to the ground. His shoulder pads were lower than everybody from Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn.
So first down for the Maroons. Clock will run. 10:24 left here in the first quarter. A
lot going on at the booth today.
Yeah, we've got, I'm keeping stats tonight, first play call, so appreciate the GameDay Media with the opportunity. And we have Randy Peterson over in Ray Powers Lake, as Ray Powers Lake are taking on the Surrey Mustangs. So we've got dual threat tonight, and here goes Bowling on the right side. Got a little room. Damon Bowling. Come on out party for Bowling, and he's going to have a first down, gain of 12.
I really like, I think it was 72. I'm not seeing him in the program. I feel like that's Gavin Nygaard Gavin Nygaard. 5'10", 185-pound junior coming out and putting a good chip block down and let Bowling get out on the side. They're moving the ball really nice. Started at the 28-yard line and are already in Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn's territory.
So Divide County doing the sign language. They don't run a quarterback in and out. They do sign language from each 3 coaches. 2 of the coaches have dummy calls. 1 coach is live for the kids to look at. Those of you sitting at home.
Is the dummy coach's Loper?
No, he's usually the hot one.
I'm just kidding, Loper.
Here we go. Here goes Traven Head, the freshman that we talked about.
Look at the pursuit by the Sioux. There were 7-8 guys, all but 1 guy on the far side of the field. Number 64 for the Sioux was over there, and he was getting pushed out of the way Logan Lee was. So very good pursuit by the Sioux. Very good, heads-up play by Divide County being able to clobber down and get the ball downfield.
Our referees for tonight, forgot to mention this, is Will Bushing, the umpire, Kevin Hovey, line judge, Justin Nelson, line judge, and our man with the white cap, none other than Ron Wright. Ron Wright has been around the block a time or 2 when it comes to football games.
Yeah, he made a fast presence up into Divide County today. Had to tease him a little bit. It looked like he maybe got pulled over by the sheriff's department, but he probably said, hey, I got to get to a game. And I'm sure with Ron's presence, they probably let him off the hook.
It'll be the freshman Traven Head going ahead for 4. So nice play there from Traven.
Tackle made by Damian Braun, number 7, coming out of his linebacker position.
So far on this drive, Divide County's thrown 0 passes. They have 6 rushing attempts for 30 yards. Able to move the ball after that not-so-good kickoff return that ended up in a fumble.
You know, as an offense, you want to stay out of these 3rd and 7s. They're very tough plays, especially you're going against the number 2 team in the state of North Dakota. You want to get 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 4s. You want to win first down, probably gain 5 yards on that first down to make 2nd and manageable going into the 3rd down situations.
And one thing to watch as well, Divide County chewing up a lot of clock. They're going to wait till the play clock gets below 10 just about every rep.
Guess who can't score if Divide has the ball, right?
Yeah, exactly. It'll be Artman with the keeper. He's going to be shoved. Nice defensive play by the Sioux there to shove Artman back. He had no space. He still gets a game in a 1. That brings up 4th down for Divide County.
Tackle made by the defensive lineman, number 27, Hunter Tolstad, another big weapon for the Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn Sioux coming out. Just, they're going to have a spectacular year. Let's, call it like it is. They're a great team. They're number 2 for a reason, but like what Lane Fleur alluded to in his pregame, we try not to pay a whole lot of attention to that. We want to be number 1
at the end of the
in
year.
November.
Yep.
Not in September.
That's spot on, David. See, that's good color. You were nervous. This is great. You did a good job.
Yeah, I don't want to butcher it too bad.
No, you're doing good.
I'm contacting our guys over in Ray or Powers Lake, making sure everything's going here. Got the cameras down there, but
Artman passes. It's going to be complete, and this is going to be close.
This is going to be real
very close. We're going to have a measurement here.
That was a strong safety, not getting past me tackle. He's we're talking Hunter or Walker Broughton playing his safety position. He is such a tool to be able to have on defense to where nobody's going to get behind him. He plays. Yeah. He's so smart and is so fast. His athletic ability can kind of get all of his guys out of a jam if their cornerbacks get burned or anything like that. He can just cover so much field as they flip it over to the offensive side of the ball. He takes his glove off, and they're going to get a measurement here. I think it's maybe a little bit short. Why don't we take a look at that instant replay?
Yeah, there we go. He's short. So Divide County, turnover on downs, but a good possession, if you will, against the number 2 ranked team in the state. The Sioux, very powerful football team, and that was a good possession, wouldn't you say, David?
I would say it was a good possession. I would definitely say that it was a good possession starting out for the Divide County Maroons, able to drive the ball from the 28 down to the 40 on the opposite side. So good momentum. Now they just got to flip the field and play defense. When I was building their starting lineup, they went from a 3-3 to a 3-4 to try to contain this.
Here comes Walker Broughton under center. Nice little drive, handoff. It's going to be a gain of 4 for Walker. That will bring up 2nd and 6.
I think Smithburg was the first person to grab him, and that's going to be a tough downhill play in its defensive end position. You definitely don't want to get caught in the backfield following the play because there's a lot of misdirection that can happen.
Walker Broughton taking instructions from also his basketball coach, who they just won the state championship last year in the Class B. That is Anthony Lee, the offensive coordinator for the Sioux. So Coach Lee knows Walker very well, uses him in a lot of different spaces, but it will be Walker, shotgun, drops back to pass. Broughton looking. He's going to make a little dink and dunk. Nice reception there going all the way to Damian Braun. Braun still on his feet. Look at this Braun kid go. And that is a massive gain, and here come the Sioux.
Broughton's pass caught by number 17.
This is where we miss Randy.
Yeah.
We're both counting it out.
And Peyton Crosby
35-yard gain there.
35-yard gain, yes. First down, a good check. Went through his progressions, was seeing that Divide County did play a good defense, covering everybody going deep, but they missed. I think Stockton Nelson maybe overlooked the receiver coming through about the mid-range line.
So it will be Broughton in the shotgun. Broughton drops back. Looks. He's going to go deep again. This is going to be pass completed and a touchdown, Sioux. Jaden Nelson have a party in the end zone.
Party in the end zone, 23-yard strike straight into the wind, a little bit on their back, but nice pass. Just kind of thread the needle here as we look at our RTC instant replay. Broughton goes right down the field, just missed it just a little bit, into the end zone for 6.
So Broughton on that drive.
2 for 2.
57 yards passing, 2 for 2, and the Sioux will go for 2. Twins left for the Sioux, Broughton and shotgun. In the backfield is going to be Addison Palmer. They send a man in motion, fake sweep, and it's going to be hit at the line and no good. So the Divide County. Whoa, he threw it away!
What? You've got to be kidding me.
It went to Hunter Tolstad and they got it.
You have got to be kidding me.
Oh, my heavens.
This isn't a glitch. This isn't a PlayStation, Xbox glitch. This actually just happened. Wrapped up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Maroons. Hey, I see somebody open. Let's get into the end zone. Hunter Tolstad.
Hunter Tolstad, right place, right time. And we are, our scoreboard is the Sioux 8, Maroons 0. We'll take a quick break and be back with more action on GameDay Media.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Nessa Consulting, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Visit nessaconsulting.com.
Our paths are rarely clear-cut. You may step out of bounds, or even out on your own. No matter what it looks like, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Brevera Bank, Insurance and Wealth.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by... We hope you're enjoying today's broadcast. White Mountain Electric of Williston encourages you to join them by supporting your local team at home or in the gym. White Mountain Electric, a proud supporter of GameDay Media. TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lack provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
Welcome back to Cal Andrist Field. Dallas Hansen along with David Peterson. Thank you for choosing GameDay Media. We greatly appreciate you joining us here. As we just now joined us, we saw a little magic earlier. Walker Broughton with a 23-yard strike to Jaden Nelson for the score, and then they went for 2. Looked like Broughton was stuffed at the line, but able to create a little magic and toss it over his left shoulder to Hunter Tolstad to give our score 8-0.
That he did.
And Divide County taking over at the 20-yard line. Be Artman under center. Sends Peyton into motion. Peyton gets it now. Going the other side. He's got a little room. 10-yard gain. Nice run by Peyton Kosted. And we talked a little bit in the pregame show about that, David and Kosted. If he's got wheels on him, if he can get in some open space.
Yeah, he does. He played a really good football game the first game of the year against South Prairie. He had a huge touchdown play going into the end of to put him up, I guess, to actually tie him, I believe it was. But yeah, another good weapon. You know, you called it earlier. A lot of speed coming out for Peyton Kosted. I'm excited to see what he can do going forward.
So Divide County sending a man out right, single back, be bowling to the right. Gus Wonk's doing the backfield. Artman under center. Artman second and short. He's going to QB sneak it. He's going to go, and line judge Justin Nelson says he's got a first. So nice run there from Connor Artman to pick up a nice little 3 yards and a Divide County first down. So right now, Divide County, 9 rushing attempts for 35 yards. They had that good first drive. Got a little stalled out there, shut down quick on 4th down. And as you see, Ron Wright now talking to quarterback Connor Artman about the play clock. He said, watch that back, Judge. He will give you a countdown when it gets below 10. Divide County, though, might have to speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably no harm with letting some of the clock. Like I said earlier, if Divide County has the ball,
toss will go to.
Good kickout block by number 3 for the Maroons.
That was a great block. Traven Head there on the 3-yard carry. So Head, as we talked about in the pregame show, he's an outstanding freshman who's kind of catching a rhythm here for this Maroons team and being used a little bit more than head coach Bob Brown and Nate Nelson thought in the preseason.
Yeah, for sure. You know, when we talked to him earlier this season, he said, I just wish I had 15. Yeah. 15 Traven Heads. He's a put-together kid. That's one thing that, when God's making football players, they make them that size for a reason, right? Yeah. But, you be able to utilize them kind of all over the field. Looking to see, I'd like to see Stockton Nelson get some touches here, get him out. If you run the ball. I mean, at some point in time, your safeties and defensive backs got to creep up into the backfield
Head is met by who else? Number 4, Walker Broughton coming on a blitz, and he told the freshman, sit down.
Will Arts was the first one there. Number 8, Will Arts here. You see in our RTC instant replay coming out of his defensive back position and just or outside linebacker position right here, put a lick on it. Pow! Shoulder, ball side, helmet side.
So
definitely going to feel that one tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. 3rd and 9 for Divide County.
Again, this is what happened last drive. Divide County gets into 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8s, which are very tough. You got to get manageable third downs to be able to move the ball downfield. And into this, if you're punting, you're going straight into a 30-mile-an-hour wind, which does not favor you.
Artman passes, right through the fingertips of Damon Bowling. So that'll bring up 4th down and 8 for the Maroons.
4th and 8, I'm punting it. I want to probably maybe rugby-style punt. I was down here on the field earlier during pregame, and they were kicking 35-yard field goals. Artman, the younger brother, Cole Artman, was banging out 35-yard field goals. So give the kids – try to flip the field a little bit, but you got a dangerous weapon sitting right at about the 47, 6, 5, 4, 6, 49-yard line is where Walker settles in.
So lights come on here at Cal Andrist Field. It goes over Brady Brown's head, and this is trouble for the Maroons. Brady's going to have to drive. He ran into the end zone. Fumbles it. It's picked up quickly, but the Westhope Newburg Sioux are going to take over on the 3-yard line. Bad play by the Maroon special teams.
Yeah, again, you got to play perfect when you're playing a top 10 team in the state here as the ball is well above. That went over your head, Dallas.
Yeah.
That high over the top into the end zone, and at that point, Brady Brown, what do? Do you kick it? I mean,
he had nowhere to go.
I mean, damage. You could have maybe just ran it out of the back of the end zone for the safety. Unfortunately, fumbled it. Divide County did land on it, which doesn't matter. It was 4th down anyway, so ball possession turnover to the Westhope Newburg Glenburn Sioux starting at their own 4-yard line.
Broughton in shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Gives it quickly over to Trayton Lessman. Lessman's got some angles, and he's going to score easy. Trayton Lessman walks in, and that is a little touch pass there. Learned it from Patrick Mahomes, I heard.
Yeah, that legit looked pretty good as we take a look at it here on our RTC instant replay. The ball is snapped. Trayton, all he's got to do is take a little handoff from his buddy Walker Broughton. An excellent block on the outside by number 8, Will Arts, pushing the defensive back into the end zone, and Trayton danced into the end zone untouched for a 4-yard touchdown.
14-0, 3:47 left. Westhope Newburg Sioux going for 2. Twins left. Broughton in the shotgun. Alongside of Broughton is going to be Addison Palmer. Broughton now. Little jump pass, beautiful play, and guess who? Hunter Tolstead. Back-to-back 2-point conversions for Tolstead to give our score 16-0. Don't go anywhere. Divide County is going to have a chance to come back. The underdogs aren't done yet. Thank you for choosing GameDay Media.
At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the...
What?
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
Want to also welcome in everybody listening to 1090 AM KTGO, picking up our feed tonight. So everybody out harvesting, all the farmers that are listening to the game, just know we appreciate you. Also special thanks to KTGO for picking up the broadcast. Broughton, boom! And we are underway. Back to get it is going to be Peyton Costed. Costed making a little shuffle move, goes on the left side. He's got some room. He's got some blockers. Peyton Costed, nice little return there all the way out to the 22 as Divide County trots onto the field for their 3rd possession of the game. And David, they need to put together a score here.
Out of bounds about the 10-yard line, 15-yard line. Nice little 10-yard return for Costed.
I'd like to thank a few of our sponsors here as we move forward. We're going to talk a little bit about the... we're going to go ahead and keep the train rolling. And David, I want to give you a shout out because last night you traveled up to Crosby, you and your father, Randy, and you covered the volleyball game, Divide County versus Ray. Went back home, got home at 11.
Yeah.
And then went to bed, and then you made your way back to Crosby.
Went to work.
Went to work, yeah. The pass is going to go all the way back to Bowling. Bowling stuffed. And Bowling says, showing a little frustration there, but it will be.
Yeah, it's too early to show frustration.
Yeah.
You're down 16-0 in the first quarter. It's too early to show that kind of frustration. Will Arch just flying out of his linebacker position for the tackle.
So a 2-yard loss there for Divide County, bringing up 2nd and 12 for the Maroons. The Sioux, again, defensively very, very, very physical, led by Walker Broughton, who's playing that safety position, but also a nice player and someone you need to watch is number 8, Will Artz, a fellow senior. We talked with head coach Lane Fleur about all the great pieces that the Sioux have, and those are some of the definite ones. These kids can also play basketball as they're going to try to be the returning champions in the Class B division. It's going to be Artman passing off, a reverse, and that's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. The Damon Bowling had nowhere to go, and they are actually going to mark him for a loss of 2. So
linebacker Jaden Nelson coming in for the tackle, another senior, a heavy loaded senior team. They're very well balanced when you look at it. A lot of seniors, a lot of lower classmen, sophomores, and juniors. But they look pretty good right now.
It'll be 3rd and 16 for the Maroons. The Sioux starting to flex their defensive strength, if you will. Divide County, they're going to go with wide receiver to the left, wide receiver to the right. Artman is going to still go under shotgun. Artman giving out instructions to Damon Bowling. Gus Swankstu in the backfield. Artman under center. Takes a snap. He's going to drop back. Pass. They get it to Stockton Nelson, but he's going to be nowhere close to the first down. That's going to be a gain of 7. So a nice play, but nowhere near the chains.
Tackle made by Walker Broughton. I like the play call, being able to get Stockton involved in the offense. It's just a little tight end release, but again, you're running into a brick wall of a safety. But it was, you got 5-6 yards out of the deal.
Yep. So I'll bring Artman's night to a total of 13 yards passing. As Divide County, they're going to go for it here. 4th and 8. Artman under center. Sends Bowling into motion. They're going to go with the hard count. Sioux being very disciplined. Still trying to draw him off sides.
I think it's too disciplined of a team to maybe try to get them to jump in this situation. It's 4th and 8 on their own 18-yard line. You throw it up for a potential interception.
Play clock is below 10 now as Ron Wright is counting off. We're going to have a timeout on the field. Timeout, Divide County. We're going to take one as well. You've been listening to 9-Man Football on GameDay Media.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you.
Welcome back to Cal Andrist Field. Dallas Hansen joined fieldside with David Peterson. We just want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, the Tioga Pirates Booster Club out of Tioga, North Dakota. We covered the Pirates football game last week. Pirates were victorious over the TGU Titans. And David, you got some Tioga Pirate Booster friends.
I do, yeah. It's a good group to be a part of. They encourage everybody to get active in the community. I actually just stepped down. Just about blocked the punt.
Brady Brown with a boomer going all the way down to the 48-yard line. So nice punt there by Brady Brown, but the Sioux will take over at the 48.
Yeah, definitely a good punt. Walker Broughton tried to deke him out, trying to return it here on the near side of the field on the bottom side of your screen. Wasn't really fooling anybody, but nice try. Yeah, the Booster Club, they do a lot of stuff for the community. They do a lot of stuff for the athletics and activities in Tioga. It was a good group to be a part of. I just had a lot of stuff on my plate.
Yeah.
It is in incredible hands. Melissa Johnson is currently the president of the Booster Club, and they just got a great group of people. And they get send-offs when kids go to games and tournaments and stuff like that. So it's just a good thing. It kind of bring back some pirate pride into the community.
Small community, you're going to need that. Walker Broughton drops back. He's going to shuffle around. Look at this. We're going to have a penalty on the flag. Walker Broughton still alive, though. Driving all the way to the other side of the football field, right in front of Divide County's bench, and he's off to the races. Win, play, show. Let's go. All the way to the 35-yard line, Walker Broughton. Had to throw a horse racing
I was
reference in
just
there.
going to say it sounds like a Assiniboia Downs.
Yes, Assiniboia Downs. It's my
Assiniboia
home track.
Downs, yeah.
We've got laundry on the field, David. Are you thinking holding? Did we see a face mask? What did you see?
I would guess maybe a holding just due to everybody going to the far side of the field and turning around and coming back.
So the 30
must have fell out. It looked like it maybe fell out of his pocket. Actually, that's the second time that I've seen that happen.
Actually, they're going to wave it off. It was on Divide County.
Yeah, they waved it off. I think it just fell out of his hand or out of his pocket because it did happen over earlier in the game on the far side of the field for that 2-point conversion.
So it will be a first down for the Westhope Newburg Sioux. Nice play there by Walker Broughton. 30-yard gain, and he traveled probably all of 45 yards. So Walker takes over. 35-yard line. They're going to go with an option play. Walker bounces out to the right. Ooh, nice stiff arm there against Costed, but Costed hangs on. But a nice play there on first down.
Almost looked like it was going to get a horse collar penalty on Costed. If you can look at our RTC instant replay, Walker just kind of doing his thing in the backfield. Looked like he was going to try to get an option play, but they got some separation from the defensive end penetrating down. Got one stiff arm. Almost looked like a little bit of a horse collar, but no harm, no foul.
8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Dallas Hansen joined here alongside David Peterson. Thank you for choosing the great and powerful Game Day Media. Twins right. And Broughton's going to drop back to pass. He's going to go deep. This is a ball from heaven. And it's caught. Trayton Lessman. But the ball from Walker Broughton. Take a bow.
Here we go. Broughton just drops back in the end zone from the 31-yard line. Is about a 38-yard pass, looking at about the 40. Steps back and launches his center field out to his receiver in stride for a 41-yard touchdown for the Sioux.
Beautiful pitch and catch there as the first quarter ends to make our score 22-0. The Sioux showing why they're number 2 ranked team in the state.
Yeah, you just got weapons all over the field. I mean, it's Trayton Lessman here, and then you got Will Arts over there. And too easy on the quarterback keeper on the 2-point conversion on the right side of the field. As we step away from the Tioga Medical Center sports desk, your NCC scoreboard reads the number 2 rated Westhope Newburg Glenburn Sioux 24, the Divide County Maroons 0. Second quarter action. We'll be right back after this timeout.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Border Mobile Grain Cleaning, based in Columbus, North Dakota, offers custom on-the-farm grain cleaning for spring wheat, durum, and barley. Contact Ethan Bakken at 701-310-5007 or find him on Facebook at Border Mobile Grain Cleaning.
Since 1952, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, North Dakota has been Burke County's only full-service community-owned and chartered bank. We are committed to being the financial backbone of our community. Liberty State Bank, FDI insured.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-628-1414. Your local Farmers Union insurance agent. Located in Tioga, North Dakota, WHAM LLC and Dry Fork Supply are companies that specialize in gas flow measurement and equipment, along with a fully stocked oil field parts and supply warehouse in the Bakken. Give them a call at 701-664-9425 or stop by today.
Welcome back to Cal Andrist Field. Thank you for choosing Game Day Media. Broughton kicks it away. Divide County goes right over the head of Weston Peterson. Weston, he's going to have to pick this up from the 8-yard line. Peterson looking to make a move up the sideline. Nice couple moves by the young freshman, but Weston's going to be dragged down at the 23-yard line, but a good little return from the freshman there.
Nice return from the 8-yard line all the way up to the 21-yard line for the Divide County Maroons. I like what they're doing. They're weathering the storm to give up 22 points to the Sioux. Probably their average for the season, I would say. But there's been a couple comments around. They say, well, they're going to pound us 70-0. And one coach I was talking to said they did it to everybody. Yeah. I mean, it's not just your team, but it's a special, talented group of kids, and sometimes it's just the way the cookie crumbles.
1,000% agree, David. Good insight. But this is a huge drive for the Maroons as we begin our second quarter. Thank you for choosing Game Day Media. Dallas Hansen, David Peterson, joining you live field side from the Divide County press box. Artman under center. Artman takes it. Going to be a quick handoff to Gus the Bus, and he's going to go for a gain of 5. So Gus Swangstu brings up 2nd and 5.
Jaden Nelson, the senior linebacker, coming out of his position to put a lick on him. Walker Broughton cleaning up the mess a little bit too, but a nice gain. Like, I like the second and 6, a nice 4-yard gain for the Divide County Maroons. Just have to be able to get that another chunk of yardage, another 5-yard chunk of down the field to make 3rd and manageable.
No, that's spot on, and that's going to be huge for them in this drive. Divide County again taking signals from their co-head coach.
Like all the broadcasters on ESPN. It's easy to say that. We're up here wearing makeup.
Yeah, exactly. No kidding. Artman in a tight formation under center. Down 24. Sends Bowling in motion. Artman, he's going to... Nice little shovel, but it's... Oh! Peyton Costed had a lot of room to go as we watch our RTC instant replay, and you'll see the amount of grass, David Peterson, that Peyton Costed had ahead of him. And I think he, before he caught it, he didn't, feet got moving before the hands.
Yeah, I think he maybe started looking upfield and maybe saw the defensive back, number 4, maybe going to blow him up. But I like the play call, a little bit of misdirection, keeping the cornerbacks honest.
He looks like Cardarius Toney, the old ex-chief.
Aiden Durr's shoes are throwing me off here.
I know, those are bright.
He's got the yellow cleats. I keep thinking it's a flag on the field every time the ball comes his direction.
Artman under center. One receiver to his left, one to his right. Swangstu in the back.
For the blitz on the left side here.
Artman, he's going to throw a Hail Mary, and it's going to be almost picked off.
Just about picked off.
Nice play there by Trayton Lessman. Lessman not able to come up with it, and that brings up 4th and 12 for Divide County.
Broughton coming out of his safety position, kind of getting a left side here as you can sneak him up, trying to time it. The NDSU Bison are going to get a good one here, folks. Coming in, putting the lick on Connor Artman.
Word on the street is that Walker's going to play free safety for the Bison the hopefully next 4 years.
The free safety who gets invited to Easton Stick's quarterback camp.
Yeah, that'll tell you all you need to know about Walker.
Yeah.
Brown back to punt. He's going to punt to Walker. Brown gets this one. Ooh, almost nearly blocked.
I like the punt. I love it. Kick it away from him. Kick it out of bounds. Don't let the athlete make a play. Nice, beautiful punt. Beautiful punt from the Divide County Maroons.
Brady Brown. Nice play by the special teams. Divide County. 10:07 left. 24-0. Sioux up big. Don't go anywhere, though. We got Walker Broughton walking back on the field.
Based in Crosby, North Dakota, St. Luke's Medical Center's mission is to provide comprehensive and compassionate health care for individuals and families in cooperation with the area medical community. Our vision is to be recognized as a community leader by delivering quality health care through a team of dedicated professionals in a friendly, compassionate, and growing environment. Recently named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the country means our community can count on us to deliver services they need now and in the future. To schedule an appointment, call 701-965-6349.
Welcome back to Cal Andrist Field. Thank you for choosing GameDay Media. The Sioux, now just with a nice little dive play by Brody Nodemark. Brody able to pick up a quick 7. It's tackled there by Stockton Nelson, but this Westhope Newburg Sioux offense, Glenburn Sioux offense has shown no mercy, David, as we go forward.
No, definitely no mercy. I mean, you can't fault the team for just being good.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's Divide County's doing everything they can to stop them. They're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at them.
Broughton down the middle, right down the middle of Crosby, North Dakota, and that's going to be Jaden Nelson, and he is going to score. Broughton to Nelson.
57-yard touchdown play right down Broadway.
57-yard touch and go from Walker to Nelson, and that's already Walker Broughton's 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Yeah, it was just missed the beginning of the play, but it was just a little delay release play, a little tight end release almost. Just found a spot in the about 10 yards down from the line of scrimmage, just kind of camped out there, waited for the ball to get him, turned, and went into the end zone.
So here's what we were talking about in the pregame show. Walker Broughton is now out left. The quarterback is going to be Will Arts. He's going to be in shotgun. So Broughton out to the left, twins to the right. Walker now in motion. Arts hands it off. Double option. Going the other way, it's going to be Trayton Lessman. He's going to walk in again, but a beautiful play call there from Anthony Lee, the offensive coordinator for the Sioux. That brings our score 32-0. 9:25 left in the first half. Divide County looking for an answer as we come back.
Tioga Medical Center has been providing quality health care to Northwest North Dakota patients. With a newly built clinic in Tioga, where primary care providers along with visiting specialists are caring for patients every day. Primary care clinics in Ray and Powers Lake also. Call for an appointment today at 701-664-3368. Tioga Medical Center. Great staff making a difference in the lives of patients every day.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by
Lindsay Grocery is a locally owned and operated business in Crosby, North Dakota. We are committed to serving our community and region. With fresh baked goods, produce, and our in-house smoked meats, we've got you covered. Come experience the convenience and warmth of shopping local again. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
Broughton kicks a deep one to Weston Peterson. Weston able to make a nice return out of it, though, all the way to the 45 of the Sioux. But already, David, we're going to bring you in here as our color guy. And I've got 159 yards passing, 4 touchdowns for Walker Broughton.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The starting field position now for the Maroons is the best that they've had thus far in the game. So that's a positive. Let's try to get on the 50-yard line. You get a good chunk of downage here. Probably sound like we're on repeat, but that is just the name of the game right now. You got to win first down, win second down, transition into third and manageable, and get a good misdirection right up the field.
Gus trying to get his way forward, but he's going to be tackled down quickly, and a nice tackle there by Hunter Tolstead. Tolstead met him in the hole, and Gus Swanksu, not an easy guy to bring down.
No, Tolstead put his big bear paw on the back of his jersey and just kind of helped wiggle him to the ground and got him to the ground with minimal damage. 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8.
Don't forget, on our we're doing a dual stream tonight for GameDay Media. We've got Randy Peterson and who's his color guy tonight, David?
Noah
Fredrickson, great player for the Powers Lake Ranchers basketball team, and they are watching the Surrey Mustangs play Ray Powers Lake Outlaws, and right now the Outlaws are up 20-0 against the Mustangs.
Yeah, the Outlaws, they had a big win last week in DLB.
Nice pitch out to Costed, able to find a little space, and he's quickly pushed out of bounds by Walker Broughton, who gives him a little friendly hug and brings up 3rd and 1.
Just kind of wrapped him up, shoved him out of bounds. Smart play not to drive anything to the ground, no unnecessary roughness or personal fouls outside. But good kick-out block from the Divide County Maroons, number 2, Damon Bowling, allowing Costed to get upfield. It's a good drive. See, now look where you're at. You're 3rd and 2.
Yeah, this
3rd
is
and
perfect.
1.
This is good. Divide County fans love to see this. 3rd and short. Hartman under center. Sends Bowling in motion. Bowling stops right behind the fullback. Goes back to his position above the left tight end. Hartman hollering out signals. Sends Bowling back in motion. Hartman's going to keep it, and he's going to be pushed forward to, this is going to be close to a first down. We shall see.
Almost looks like a Tom Brady. I don't know if you can do the tush push in high school football or not, but it was one of those plays as...
We've got a helmet off. That is going to be number 70, Maverick Wolf. His helmet came off, so he will have to come off for a play. Coming into the ball
game. Do you call a timeout here as the Divide County Maroons? Do you call a timeout to get Gavin back in? He is your guard, one of the big guys on the team. They're looking for a measurement here. If you don't get it, do you call timeout to get Gavin back out on the field?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're going to – you got to use them when you got them, but we'll see what this yard marker shows. We've got the outstanding, greatest in the state yard chain gang here. Did you know that in Divide County?
Well, I think he got it. Definitely got it. Great call.
Ron Wright gives Divide County a call, and we're going to have first down, Divide County. Shout out to Bob Peterson and Gary, part of the chain crew here in Crosby, North Dakota. And it will be first down, Maroons. And that's huge, David.
That is it's their first down of the game thus far, so it's a big win for the offense being able to get him out. But it did look like he's still sitting on the sideline, but I did think that maybe Gavin did go back in there.
Coming in for Gavin is going to be number 52, the senior Dean Crocius. So Crocius going to play that left guard position for the Maroons. Maroons taking their sweet time getting the play call in here. It's Dylan Loper, the assistant coach / special teams coach. There's out some orders for the Maroons. 7:36 and counting here, second quarter. Dallas Hansen, David Pearson. Thank you for tuning in to us tonight, live from Cal Andrist Field. Hartman under center. Takes it. Gives it quickly. Nice end around here to who else?
Beautiful.
Stockton Nelson, and he's got some room. There
go.
goes Stockton. Rumbling, bumbling. The kid's got some juice. There goes Stockton all the way, and he gets in. Shades of Adrian Peterson.
Shades of your buddy Paul Allen, and he's loose.
He's loose, baby. Shout out Paul Allen, greatest voice in the game.
46-yard touchdown run by Stockton Nelson. A little end and around, kind of shimmied and shake down into the end zone he goes.
Jim Kleinsasser, who?
Jim Kleinsasser, move over. Stockton Nelson's here.
How far did you have that run, Dave?
47.
47-yard run by the sophomore Stockton Nelson to bring the first score of the game with 7:15 left for the Maroons. 32-6. They will go for 2.
You're dating him. He's not dating, but he's a junior.
Stockton's a junior?
Stockton's a junior. Believe it or not, right?
I remember when we brought him up from 8th grade basketball.
8th grade, yeah. Dominated us. Thanks a lot.
Some good battles. It'll be Artman under center. Sends Bowling back to that left side above the tight end. Very tight formation for the Maroons. Artman now, Costed. He's going to swing it out to Costed. Costed's got a little space, but he's going to hit the corner. Costed gets the 2-point conversion. 7:15 left. Divide County showing a lot of heart. Down 32-8.
I like it. I like it. Probably calms the nerves a little bit here as we get a little bit of an end and around in our RTC Networks instant replay. Ball is snapped, tossed out. Beautiful downfield blocking by the Sioux. Into the end zone, stretches it out, over he goes. We'll be back after this timeout.
At Prairie Home Furnishings of Stanley, featuring some of the best brands in the industry, such as Ashley, Lazy Boy, and Shaw Flooring, we have something for every room in your home. From furniture to flooring, outdoor living, mattresses, and decor, we truly have everything your home deserves. Shop our everyday low prices locally in store Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays from 9 to 4, or shop online anytime at shopphf.com. For all things home, be sure to also follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Crosby, North Dakota here at Cal Andrist Field. Dallas Hansen and David Peterson joining you. And David, Divide County, it's easy to play, David, when you're ahead. It's hard, and you have to show a lot of heart when you're down big like this.
Yeah, definitely early gut check time for the Maroons. Like, what are you made of here? You know, Bob Brown, Nate Nelson, the expectations for their Divide County Maroons team is we don't just roll over.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of pressure on Divide County. No, there's not. There's a lot of pressure on Westhope Newburg. They're supposed to come in here and wipe them off the planet. Divide County will not roll over.
No.
They're not going to roll over. It's not in their blood. It's not in their genetics, DNA, nothing like that. So, and it's got to be a big confidence.
We got a fumble here. We got a live ball. It's going to be picked up quickly, though. Nice play there by number 13. That was Addison Palmer. And that reminds me of this new NFL kickoff where it's live kind of in that touch zone. But what did you see there?
Yeah, it looked like as we take a look at our RTC instant replay, the ball drops, bounces off his knees, able to get it, and they're about 5 yards away from jumping on the ball, but into the 36, 37-yard line for the return.
So a good heads-up play there by Addison Palmer, picking up the ball that hit him right in the shin awkwardly, but it will be Broughton bringing out his crew. Twins left. Broughton in shotgun. To his right, he's got Broughton takes a snap. He's going to go to the right side. He's got a little space. Broughton going to pick up the first down and more.
Initiates contact. Oh, my goodness.
Initiates contact on Peyton Costed, but Broughton picking up a nice 14-yard carry.
Damon Bowling just wondering what hit him. It was Walker Broughton as he comes around the right side of the line, able to lower his shoulder and drive Bowling into the ground. Nice play. Again, downfield blocking. Everybody's got a white jersey on a gray jersey for the Divide County Maroons. Getting pushed back they go.
Broughton now again in the shotgun. Twins right. Sends a man in motion. It's going to be Trayton Lessman. But Broughton going to keep the option. He's going to go with the left side. Nice block by Trayton Lessman. Broughton is off to the races, and here we go. Game Day Media vote mode, and he's all the way in for 6. Walker Broughton, have a day.
Another touchdown play. What I like better, 47-yard touchdown, is I really like the downfield blocking as we can take a peek here as Trayton Lessman just busting it downfield, opening up that last block, getting his buddy Walker Broughton into the end zone for the 47-yard, mostly untouched touchdown for the Sioux, putting our NCC scoreboard to 38-8 as the Sioux line up for a 2-point conversion.
I have to give my hats off to Randy Peterson because keeping stats and doing play-by-play is a tough measure, but we'll get better. You know, it's all about reps.
You got to start somewhere.
Fade deep. He's going to be, overthrows, but a nice ball there. But Willart's not able to come up to it. So with 6:44 left in the second quarter, it is the Sioux 38, Maroons 8. Don't go anywhere. Divide County is going to try to cut in this lead. You've been listening to the great and powerful GameDay Media.
Looking for top quality groceries and ready to go meals? Visit The Depot, owned by Julie and Josh Bummer in Crosby, North Dakota. This specialty grocery store offers a wide selection of premium meats, including 100% ranch-sourced beef from the Nelson Livestock Company, essential grocery items, and delicious pre-made meals perfect for any occasion. If you're planning family dinner, need something fast, or need a special order for an upcoming event, The Depot has you covered. Support local and shop The Depot in Crosby today. Find us on Facebook at The Depot LLC.
Welcome back to Cal Andrist Field. Dallas Hanson, David Peterson. Hey, we want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, and that is the Faith Baptist Church in Kenmare, North Dakota. Mike Fraunfelter, the pastor, also the head football coach for the Kenmare Honkers. I got a few family members over there at Kenmare that say he does a fantastic job. Jack of all trades, football coach, pastor. That's a movie-making script, if you will, David.
I feel like, he's going to have – he's got his work cut out for him, no doubt.
Yeah.
The Honkers struggled last year, but, I mean, I think he is the right man for the job. Such a great mentor and role model for a lot of young men up in Kenmare, and I think he's going to flip that program. Give it a year or two. Let him implement his system and what he wants to do for the program.
Yeah.
I see success in their future for sure.
Weston Peterson gets the Walker Broughton kickoff back to the 22-yard line. So Divide County trots on the field. Down by a few scores, but showed a lot of heart that last drive, David.
Yeah, I'd like to see Divide County take this ball the rest of the quarter, to be honest with you. I'd like them minimize some of the offensive damage and be able to drive the ball, score, and not let Westhope get the ball.
Yeah.
Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn get the ball back in this half.
Let's not have a 40-burger in the first half.
Yes.
That would be great.
Yes.
So Artman taking instructions from the Divide County coaching staff. Bob Brown, longtime head coach here at Divide County High School, has won a lot of football games on this field. He will definitely be going one day into the North Dakota Coaches Hall of Fame as his young team now looks to answer. Artman, end around, beautiful play by Bowling, but he's swallowed up quickly. Beautiful play there as who other than Walker Broughton came screaming down from his safety position to tackle Bowling.
Yeah, he's just such a penalty flag. Let's see if
Laundry on the field. RTC instant replay.
$15 yards will be added to the end of the run.
So we got a personal foul against the Sioux, which is good news for our folks here at Divide County. A rather large crowd here at Cal Andrist Field. Pep Band keeping their stuff out, so they're going to play at half too. We're just
Let's talk about that Pep Band.
They're fantastic.
And we were in Divide County last night for the volleyball game between Divide County and Ray, and I love the Pep Band. But if there was a volume button, I'd turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
It is deafening, and they're so good. The music that they're pumping out, Kayla Pulvermacher does an absolute fantastic job for the Divide County Pep Band.
Well, they got the drum line, which I don't know how long it's been since Divide County has a drum line, but they've got a drum line. The kids went to a summer camp in Botno. They were posting all about it on Facebook, but it's nice to see kids being involved in Pep Band. And here's an interesting fact, too, David, about Divide County. They're bringing back the homecoming parade. So that'll be next Thursday. So people listening, come out to Main Street, Crosby. The homecoming parade will be Thursday at noon, I believe. Jesslyn Thomas is ahead of it. Check the Divide County High School social media page for more information on that. But we got a first down and 10. It's Maroon football. David, what are you doing here if you're Bob Brown?
I want to get the ball downfield. I mean, obviously, but we want to make sure that our guys can beat them off the line. You know, it's going to you're gaining lots of ground with your offensive line, beating them to the punch. And here's another one straight up the middle. That's a tough play there. Gus Swangstu, maybe a 1 yard gain. Justin Nelson looks like he gives him about one. That's tough there. They're finding more success, but you can't go to the well every single time, end and around, reverse, all that kind of stuff. You can't do that every play. It's a good play call mixture, but it's tough. You get in that secondary zone, it's just lockdown defensive back.
That brings the Divide County rushing attempts to 19, and they just got over the century mark due to that 47-yard gain by Stockton Nelson to 101 total yards here in the first half. And we are having a hurt player. Player is down. and it's going to be Traven Head went down on the sideline. Traven walking off slowly, and that is not good news for the Divide County Maroons.
I think
Gus wants to, excuse me.
I think Ron Wright was telling him, get off. You walked all the way that far. Get off the field. I think they're maybe trying to pull a NFL stunt maybe, or to where they drop down and get the injury timeout. But
we shall see. It's going to be an end around. Oh, fumble on the ground. That's the second fumble for Divide County as Costed couldn't hold on to the Connor Artman sweep.
Another play, you look at it here on our RTC Network's instant replay. The play was there. It just the second time to Costed and the second time bounced off of his shoulder pad. It was a nice shovel pass. That wasn't off his shoulder pad. It was kind of behind him a little bit, but that's a play that Costed has to make. He probably makes that play now 8 out of 10 times with the last 2 not working. But there's another chance, an opportunity blown. Now you're in 3rd and long.
3rd and 13.
Very, very long for the Divide County Maroons. You got to get upfield to plays like that, or there you got to make them play. You got to execute.
Artman under center. He's going to have a wide receiver on each side. Costa taking instructions from Connor. I bet this is going to be a hitch.
I'm sending pressure.
They used to hit the hips for a hitch when I was in high school. We'll see if it still stands. It's going to be a hitch. Costed catches the hitch, and it's going to be rumble-tumble time. Nice move by Costed, and that's going to be a nice gain for Divide County.
Very good gain.
Nate Nelson and Bob Brown are probably not going to like me saying that live, but might have to switch up the signals after. But that brings up 4th down for the Maroons.
Favorite player just dropped, like plummeted. You guys hear that? That's Dallas Hansen's favoritism dropping to the tank.
So Costed, 2 receptions.
The Houston Astros up here, sign stealing. Michigan Wolverines sign stealing up here. It's good insight.
Yeah, I know. Shouldn't have said that though. Whoopsie.
Whoopsie-daisy.
Artman under center sends bowling, and that's going to be a offsides on the Sioux. I believe that was number 54, Jonathan Wilson, who jumped offsides.
Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Excuse me, that was 64, Logan Lee. Logan Lee got a little excited there, and that brings up a 1st down for Divide County.
So yeah, he's not a hard one to miss. He stands probably about 5'10", 6 foot. Senior, big kid, ponytail hanging out the back of his helmet. I like the look.
Me too. Bet he's a Morgan Wallen fan.
Yeah.
3:47 left in the first half. Divide County down 38-8, playing the number 2 ranked team in the state, the Westhope Newburg Glenburn Sioux. But Divide County, they're going to have to look at this clock as it is winding to less than 3:30 left here in the first half. They tend to go rather slow.
Got the wind at your back. Maybe try to take one over the top, throw it away from Broughton's side. He's going to play a great safety. He's just going to probably read the quarterback's eyes.
Artman pass. We got another fumble. It's going to be picked up by the Sioux. Turnover number 1 on the game, but fumble number 3, and that was Costed. Couldn't have it. So miscommunication from Artman to Costed costs Divide County deeply, and it will be Sioux football with 3:21 left. We look at our RTC replay here. Appreciate them giving it, and we just see the scrum there towards the end, but good pickup there by the Sioux and able to make the most of a turnover.
Ball is set, ready for live action.
So we'll be Broughton, twins left. In the backfield, joining Broughton is going to be Addison Palmer. Broughton gives it to Palmer. Palmer right up the middle. Beautiful play there. Great job by this offensive line of the Sioux to make a gaping hole for Palmer to drive through. 1st down, Sioux, after a gain of 14.
Maverick Wolf went for a ride. Looked like he first contact, but Addison Palmer was able to jump out of his ankle tackle for another 10-yard gain for the Sioux.
6 attempts rushing for the Sioux, 120 yards. Broughton back to Palmer. Palmer right up the middle again. Going to be tackled a little bit short after a
tackle
7-yard gain.
Number 72, Gavin Nygaard. It's to be a timeout on the play here.
We've got laundry. We've got a penalty on the play.
Penalty on the play.
Our white hat, Ron Wright, with the announcement here.
Holding, number 7 on the offense. 10-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
So the holding will go against number 7, that is Damon Braun. Braun, a junior, plays a tight end linebacker position. So with 2:58 left after 2 great plays to start the drive, the Sioux are going to find themselves in a 1st and 15.
Most teams would maybe be in panic mode 1st and 15, but you got probably the best football player in the state, as you alluded to. Just gives a little bit more show off the arm maybe a little bit more.
We were just talking about Faith Baptist Church. I've got a relative over there, Lenny Rodine. Excuse me, we'll come back to that. It's going to be a quarterback scramble by Broughton. Broughton's going to be chased out of bounds. Good play there by Damon Bowling with 2:37 left. But we've got a score out of the second quarter. The Kenmare Bowbells Honkers 6, Tioga 6. So those Pirate Boosters over there cheering their butts off in Kenmare land. Still 6-6 at half. So thank you, Lenny Rodine, for giving us some information there. As Fraunfelter going against Mr. Schaefer, the battle of the head coaches as the Honkers and Pirates battle it out over there in Kenmare.
Yeah, it's a pretty good evenly matched team. We're going to try work something out to where we can get a dual stream again in a couple, maybe next week, I believe it is. Divide County maybe goes to Kenmare.
Broughton now fumbled the snap, but he's going to make the most out of it. He's going to go all the way down to the, let's say, 21-yard line. So that will be a 6-yard gain there by Broughton, so a nice play there.
One place you do not want to try and tackle Walker Broughton is at the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
He will run out of that. No problem. As here you can see there's a shoulder pad tackle by Damon Bowling. It didn't even phase him really.
No, he's phenomenal. So Broughton in the shotgun, Twins left, Divide County, 3 guys just jumped off sides. 3 guys jumped off sides for Divide County. So we offside.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
The total rushing attempts, listen to this stat, David. 8 rushing attempts for 133 yards for Westhope.
That's, according to my math, not bad.
Their total receiving yards for the game, 4 receptions for 153 yards. So people wondering why they're ranked 2nd in state. There you go, with 2:02 left here in the first half.
Not bad at all.
Broughton taking instructions. Twins left for Broughton. Joining the backfield again by the very shifty Addison Palmer. Broughton, he's going to keep it himself. He's going to go right up the middle. Boom! Puts his head down. Man. And thank goodness.
They wear shoulder pads and helmets. Because Gavin Nygaard took all of Walker Broughton as we take a look at our RTC Network's instant replay.
I believe they call this diesel power.
That is diesel power right there. Boom! Down. Wasn't a very big gain, though.
No, that was good.
Enough for a first down, ball on the 11-yard line. 1 minute and 45 ticks to go till halftime. Stick around for our Bank of Tioga halftime show.
Broughton, receiver on each side, takes the snap, gives it back to Lessman. Lessman, he's going to be beautiful play by the defense of the Maroons. Nice tackle there by Traven Head. So that will bring up 3rd and 11.
Maverick Wolf, another name we've been calling all season long. The bottom of the pile. Coming out of his, I think it's middle linebacker position, or I think they maybe shifted him around. I had a graphic all ready to go, and they kind of threw us for a curveball when they did the national anthem.
Yeah.
Before the coin toss, before the starting lineups.
So 2 to Walker's right, 1 to his left. Walker takes the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. The pass is going to go deep to the right, and it is incomplete. Had a player there, but incomplete pass over there to Will Arts as we watch our RTC instant replay. And anytime Walker Broughton drops back, David, you just almost hold your breath if you're a Divide County fan.
Hold your breath. What it's going to do, I mean, he had Trayton Lessman on the top side of the screen doing a nice inside slant to the end zone. Camera just a little slow to get over there. Doing a great job down there. Owen Miller braving the elements outside.
Thank you, Owen. So we got same thing, Twins right, 1 to the left. Broughton in shotgun.
60 seconds.
60 seconds left here. Broughton's going to keep it, and beautiful play there. Nice play, and that is going to be down by 70. Nice play there by Maverick Wolf, the big boy, making some big noise.
Yeah, that was a big play.
We're going to have a personal foul.
Yeah, I think Maverick Wolf, once he made the tackle, kind of shoved Walker after the play. Unnecessary. You don't need to do that. Matt Liebel talked about it earlier in the season when we had, it's not the NFL. Like, when they're down, they're down.
And this is going to be huge because that would have been 4th and 11. Instead, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2-yard line for the Sioux. So this is a big call.
If it's a personal foul, 15-yard penalty, you're putting the ball just about on the 1-yard line.
The referees getting together, discussing how they're going to play this. Here's Ron Wright.
Yeah, personal foul, late hit.
So Maverick Wolf a little too excited after the big play. That will bring up.
Yeah,
shouldn't that be a first down? Or they're saying 3rd down. So okay, so there's 2 different ones on personal fouls. So there's a 5-yard and 15. It's only a 5-yard personal foul. Will bring up 3rd and 7.
Timeout.
You've been listening to
Timeout, Westhope. Their first timeout.
You've been listening to Game Day Media here. Don't go anywhere. Westhope about to score with 46 seconds left, first half.
Based in Crosby, North Dakota, St. Luke's Medical Center's mission is to provide comprehensive and compassionate health care for individuals and families in cooperation with the area medical community. Our vision is to be recognized as a community leader by delivering quality health care through a team of dedicated professionals in a friendly, compassionate, and growing environment. Recently named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the country means our community can count on us to deliver services they need now and in the future. To schedule an appointment, call 701-965-6349.
Hey, thanks for joining us here in GameDay Media. Dallas Hansen, David Peterson on the call tonight. And we want to mention the Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club as a sponsor for coming on board with us, making tonight possible. Also, all the sponsors. So a big shout out to everybody in Rancherland for the help making this possible. And David, we've got a lot of great sponsors, and it's just nice because they make nights like tonight not only great for the kids, but great for communities.
Yeah, it's so fun. I mean, without the sponsors that we've had, we wouldn't be able to do any of this. And it's been so fun making this happen. You know, we need talent on there, talent like yourself. We got Randy over in Powers Lake as the Outlaws look to get in the end zone again.
Speaking of end zone, here's Walker Broughton, 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Walker's going to keep it going right out the middle. Touchdown, Sioux. And Walker with an exclamation point with 43 seconds left as we check out our RTC instant replay.
Right down Broadway again. We covered the Sioux versus the Alexander Comets last year about this time, and there was more up the middle plays for Walker Broughton than I think is in anybody's playbook. And it's just basically a track meet at that point of who's going to outrun who. 43 seconds to go, an untimed down. Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn lining up for 2. 44-8 on your NCC scoreboard.
43 seconds to go in the first half. Twins right for Broughton. Broughton sends a man in motion. He's going to give it. It's going to be Trayton Lessman. Lessman's going to get in. So 46-8. Broughton putting on a show. Bison, pay attention. Paul Sex watching.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Nessa Consulting, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Visit nessaconsulting.com.
Our paths are rarely clear-cut. You may step out of bounds, or even out on your own. No matter what it looks like, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Bravera Bank, Insurance and Wealth.
Welcome back to Cal Andrist Field. If you're just now joining us, it's been the Walker Broughton Show. He's got every touchdown except for one to bring our score 46-8 with 43 seconds left in the first half. But Divide County, they had a nice play defensively, but it got stalled by a penalty, so put him back, and Walker was able to score after that. But Divide County going to try to show a little heart here and try to get his score before half. Walker gets a little squib kick to Hayden Smithburg. Hayden quickly on the right side. Nice Smithburg spin, and it's going to be brought all the way out to the 44-yard line as out trots the Maroon offense. And David, like we talked about earlier, it's easy to play when you win, and it's tough to play when you're down this big, and you either have two options: keep going or quit. And I guarantee this Divide County team will quit.
Oh yeah, I couldn't echo that anymore. Guaranteed they're not going to roll over and die. It's just not the Divide County way. It's not Coach Nate Nelson. It's not Coach Bob Brown's way. No. That's not how it's going to work here. They will play until there's zeros on the fourth quarter. They just got to get some momentum. They had a nice play. Stockton busted loose for a 44-yard touchdown, 47-yard touchdown earlier. Just got to get some momentum going downhill.
Speaking of it, here we go the other way. It's going to be Traven Head. Nice little 6-yard carry there for Head, the freshman. It's 32 seconds left. We take a look at our RTC instant replay.
Right up the middle, Traven Head down in his three-point fullback stance. The first man through. Sends Bowling in motion. Little misdirection right up the field. Couple missed tackles about right at the 45-yard line. Able to snake through for a 2nd and 4. 10 seconds and counting. Better get the playoff.
6 seconds and counting. It's going to be a toss out to Peyton Costed. Costed looked to make something out of nothing. He's going to be tackled, and halftime is here. And so are the Diet Cokes. We're going to take a break here. Sioux 46, Maroons 8. Halftime. We're going to have some thoughts, and don't go anywhere. We'll be back after some commercials.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain and agronomy service facility in northwest North Dakota. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we can assist you with everything from buying the seed in the spring to burn down in the fall. Get more done in a day with Ray Farmers Union Elevator.
Roustabout Service and Insulating, servicing the oil and gas industry since 1963. At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, your local Case IH dealer, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit plainsag.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, your local Case IH dealer. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Lindsay Grocery is a locally owned and operated business in Crosby, North Dakota. We are committed to serving our community and region. With fresh baked goods, produce, and our in-house smoked meats, we've got you covered. Come experience the convenience and warmth of shopping local again. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Dad.
Can you hang out with Grandpa for a bit? I'm down in the barn.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll be up there in a bit.
RTC Networks capture cameras. Keep an eye on what you care about.
Imagine working with a team where your well-being is a top priority. At NCC, we champion work-life balance. Our culture ensures you have the time you need for life's important moments. We offer competitive pay that recognizes your hard work. Plus, enjoy comprehensive health insurance that puts your mind at ease. You'll also receive generous paid time off. And think future forward with our retirement contributions, securing your financial peace of mind. Join a team that values you. Work somewhere great and thrive. Don't wait for opportunity to knock. Open the door. Apply today at NCC. Visit nccray.com/careers.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Northern Charm Boutique has a variety of apparel for all ages. We are locally owned and located on Main Street in Powers Lake. Shop in store or check out our website and like our Facebook page.
Napa Tioga Parts Supply, located at 105 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit napaonline.com.
Located in Powers Lake, North Dakota, the Country Store has what you need. From hardware to everyday essentials, including FR clothing, power tools, and even embroidery and screen printing. You can find most everything at the Country Store. There's always a friendly face willing to help you find what you need at the Country Store. Jared and Brenda invite you to visit them on Main Street in Powers Lake. The Country Store has been in business for almost 50 years. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Give us a call at 701-464-5434 today.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you. Bank of Tioga, with locations in Tioga and Crosby, North Dakota. Come and talk to us about all your financial needs. Whether it's agriculture, business, investments, or personal banking, we have the right product for you. Call our Tioga Bank at 701-664-3388 or our Crosby Bank at 701-965-6333 to discuss your needs with us. Ignite prosperity at the Bank of Tioga.
Welcome back to Cal Andrist Field. I'm Dallas Hansen, fieldside alongside my color analyst tonight, David Peterson. We've got some halftime stats we want to run by as we continue on with our Bank of Tioga halftime show. Thank you, Bank of Tioga, for the sponsorship. We're going to start off with the Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn Sioux, who find themselves up 46-8. Some stats for you on the Sioux. It was Trayton Lessman, 2 receptions, and listen to this stat, folks, 95 yards. Then it was Damon Brom with 1 reception for 35 yards. Jaden Nelson, 1 reception for 23 yards to bring their total for 4 receptions for 153 yards. Walker Broughton, he had himself a first half 4 passing touchdowns for a total of 153 yards. And then rushing attempt-wise, it was also the Walker Broughton show, 8 rushing attempts for a total of 123 yards. That's a 15-yard average. Not bad for the Sioux. Also getting in on the action was Addison Palmer, 3 rushes for 20 yards to bring their rush total to 143 yards on the game. They are also up and have had 0 fumbles, 0 interceptions, 0 turnovers for the Sioux, which has been a big part. Looking at the Maroons from Divide County, their stats go a little bit like this. Connor Artman, 4 passes for 29 yards. Stockton Nelson had 1 reception for 7 yards. Peyton Costed, 2 receptions for 17 yards. Damon Bowling, 1 reception for 5 yards. Rushing attempts is where Divide County is their strong suit, with 20 rushing attempts for 107 yards, led by Stockton Nelson. He had that 1 big rush for 47 yards, which led to pay dirt and was their only score of the game thus far. Helping out Stockton was Connor Artman, 3 rush attempts for 5 yards. Peyton Costed, 2 rushing attempts for 12 yards. Traven Head, the freshman, 5 attempts for 15 yards. Gus Swangstu, 6 attempts for 14 yards. And Damon Bowling, 5 attempts for 14 yards. But Divide County on the fumbles, 3 fumbles in the first half, 1 of which they lost. And David, let's talk a little bit about our coach's pregame chat. And Nate Nelson was talking about, hey, we can't turn it over. We got to limit 3rd and long, and that has been the storyline so far for the Maroons.
It's probably why he talked about it, because he kind of knew maybe what was going to happen. You don't get to become a head coach without knowing kind of what's going on in the game. But yeah, he's 100% right. You know, you can't give freebies to a number 2 team in the state. You can't give freebies to anybody if you want to be in a game to be able to have some position for a win. You play in the number 2 team in state and you give them some freebies, it's probably not going to end well for you. But what I do like is a couple bright spots. You know, Stockton able to get upfield, get into the end zone, a little bit of momentum, a big win. They won the possession there. They just got to get back. I mean, coming from you and me, it's not going to be easy to stop this offense. They've just got weapons all over the field between Trayton Lessman, Will Arts. They got bangers all over the field. So, I mean, it's just the way it is. But, yeah, to Nate Nelson's, he's talking everything right, for sure.
Let's talk, speaking of playmakers, let's talk a little bit about the scoring drives that happened for the Sioux. To start us off, it was a 23-yard touchdown brought into Jaden Nelson. And then we saw magic for the 2-point conversion. It was a 3-yard, let's say, shovel pass along to Trayton Lessman, and that was a magical play, David. Probably one of the top plays. That'll be on our pregame show that we watch every day. And then it was a 40-yard bomb from Walker Broughton to Lessman again. 2-point conversion was good by Walker Broughton. And then that brought us to our score. And then Broughton to Lessman for 54 yards. And then we saw a double reverse to Trayton Lessman for 2. And then Stockton Nelson made his name known with a 47-yard run to Divide County score, and that brought us 24-8. And then it was a 47-yard rushing run by Walker. The 2-point was no good. And then we saw Walker Broughton right up the middle for 7 yards, and the 2-point was good by Lessman to bring our halftime score 46-8. The number 2 ranked team in the state showing their strengths. With 2:50 left here in the half, we're going to take a quick break. Thank you, Bank of Tioga, for your Bank of Tioga halftime show sponsorship. And don't go anywhere. We got second half action coming. David and I are going to do the best we can. Thank you for choosing GameDay Media.
At Howgland Insurance Services, we are passionate about protecting farmers and ranchers. With extensive agricultural knowledge, we have the tools to protect your profit and minimize risk. Whether it's crop and livestock insurance or farm property and liability, we protect your hard-earned assets. We can also assist with farm transitions, commercial insurance, life, health, and disability coverage. You work hard to feed our world, and we work tirelessly to protect what you've grown and built. Call us at 701-965-4066 or visit us online at howgleninsuranceservices.com.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, your local Case IH dealer, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit plainsag.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, your local Case IH dealer.
Cal Andrist Field is the place. Football is the game. As we are coming back from halftime, our Bank of Tioga halftime show. And David, we want to talk a little bit about how people can follow GameDay Media, the great and powerful GameDay Media, and follow us on YouTube. That's GameDay Media, and then on Facebook, GameDay Media ND. And on that Facebook page, we've got live scores, quick links to all of our game stats, everything you need to know for your favorite student athletes. And you guys have been doing a great job, David. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. You know, we couldn't do it without all of our sponsors, but you know, we put all this stuff out there for friends and family and kids and coaches, and you know, it's such a powerful tool when used correctly. Hit the like button, subscribe. I was just looking at some of the analytics on our YouTube channel. About 80% of our views are from non-subscribers.
Okay, so make sure you subscribe. That helps us a lot.
Yeah, it helps us. You get a notification whenever we go live about 30 minutes prior to our pregame show. Share the feeds, share the Facebook players of the game, the players of the week. It's been a lot of fun getting this thing off the ground, getting growing. We're getting bigger and better each time.
Every week you guys are doing well.
Yeah, every week. Speaking of every week you got new podcasts coming on, swim lessons. You guys take a look at this. Dallas Hansen, swim lessons, dropping podcasts every Wednesday. Just had one come out today.
Becky Knutson. She's
Knutson.
Mother of three that decided to be a pastor. It's really unique.
Yeah, just a fantastic podcast. I love enjoying them. I hate Wednesdays, but they're great now because I get to get the podcast. I personally enjoy the YouTube version, but you can get them on Spotify. You can get them on YouTube. You can get them on Apple Podcasts. Again, make sure you subscribe to it. A lot of good guests. There's a Walker Broughton guest on there. There's a Barry Hagan guest on there. There's a Nate Nelson guest on there. Carson Wentz. The list goes on and on and on. Guys, check him out before he's too big and doesn't have time for us.
Appreciate it, David. And
give us some more.
We're going to talk a little bit. Yeah, Tim Polasek, he just recruited Walker Broughton. And our story got cut a little short, but this is an interesting story that head coach Anthony Lee for the Sioux told me before the game. I was chatting with him and co-head coach Lane Fleur. And so Walker Broughton went down to Easton Stick's quarterback camp. They invited him down. And after the camp was over for the day, Tim Polasek grabs Walker and says, "Hey, I would like to talk to you for a moment." Walker walks into a meeting room, and every single coach from the Bison coaching staff was in the room, and they gave a reason why Walker should come and play for the Bison.
Wow.
I mean, does it get any much sweeter than that for a 17-year-old kid from North Dakota?
You know who never felt that feeling?
Randy Peterson.
And me. Just a special talent. I mean, you can't dote him enough. It's just a special kid. Generational talent. I mean, the bloodline there, his sister Ellie playing over basketball in Valley City, as far as I know, and then his brother Hunter, fine athlete for Westhope,
nice
Newburg, 5-6 years ago. Fantastic kids, fantastic family, fantastic organization that he plays for. He could probably go play baseball. He could probably play football. He could probably play collegiate basketball. Could probably play track. Could probably do golf.
He's a great checkers player. Play checkers.
Great checkers player. You know, it's check it out. Again, check them out. Podcasts are dropping every Wednesday. Get out, subscribe. You get a ding when it comes. I like my ding. Not at 5 o'clock in the morning when they drop, but I like my ding when they come in. Make sure you check them out. Swim Lessons Podcast on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, there
all
we
the
go.
major platforms.
Appreciate the humble plug.
Yes.
Second half is bound to begin, but the ball goes off the tee. And David, not only at GameDay Media do you cover football, but you also cover volleyball. And we had a heck of a game last night in Kenmare as the Honkers took down the number 1 ranked team, South Prairie, 3-1.
Yeah.
So fantastic job to the Lady Honkers.
I mean, the Honkers, they are volleyball. They just breed volleyball. They're fantastic. Tim Wallstrom, the Hall of Fame head coach, the North Dakota High School, NFHS president, North Dakota High School activities president, president of a big activity organization. Anyway, does a fantastic job. Been coaching volleyball since it started, so he's got a lot of knowledge right there.
Addison Palmer gets the receiving end of that kickoff and brings it all the way to the 38-yard line to set up Walker Broughton and the Sioux as they come out. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. As the number 2 team in the state looking to extend on this lead. Beginning our second half. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on GameDay Media. Dallas Hansen, David Peterson. Broughton hands it off to Lessman. Going all the way. He's going to go down. A nice move. Beautiful move. And excuse me, that wasn't Lessman. That was Robert Horn, the junior. Robert Horn, nice play there for a 14-yard gain.
Let's talk about Hunter Tolsted's block. If you can catch that on the RTC Network's instant replay, kick out and up the field they go. Here it is. Boom, 27, just blowing a hole in the line, letting the running backs look really good when the linemen can get downfield blocking.
So Broughton again takes over, 1st and 10 for the Sioux. Broughton in the shotgun. He's going to hand off to Lessman this time.
Ooh, just about got the ball stripped.
Ball almost gets stripped. Great play there by the Maroons to gang tackle. Going to bring up 2nd and 8. And David, do you have a score over there from your dad in Powers Lake?
I do, but they're in commercial right now.
Well, we've got a score here that everybody listening is going to want to hear, and that is the number 1 team in the state, Lemoore Litchville Marion. They're in trouble. First half, they are down to Mayport 8-6, so we could have an upset in the making.
There was a big shift in 9-man football last week. Number 1 got dominated last week.
Addison Palmer making his presence known. A nice little, let's say, 18-yard gain for Addison Palmer to bring a first down for the Sioux. So the Sioux starting here on the ground, maybe opening up the pass here by running the football, but
22-yard gain.
22-yard gain, excuse me. Patty Lund would not be happy about my math.
We had a friend we were broadcasting, Jacob Reaney, shout out, but he told my dad we had a whole bunch of people up doing the radio broadcast. He said, ball's on the 63-yard line.
Whoopsie.
Whoops-a-daisy. Sorry, Jacob.
It's going to be a screen. Nice play there by Arts. Arts is going to get the wide receiver screen. He's going to be tackled. But
what I like out of that play is the first tackle was missed, but you got 6 Maroons over there gang tackling.
Yeah.
They're flying to the ball still. Nate Nelson, probably a point of emphasis.
Yeah.
Get to the ball. Is he mostly the defensive coordinator?
Yeah, Nelson's defense, Brown's offense.
Yeah, it is something that is, like I said, it's born into their system. It's Divide County Maroons football. You will fly to the ball or you will not play.
Exactly. Twins left, 1 to the right for Broughton. Broughton, he's going to hand off again. It's going to go to Robert Horn. Horn is going to be met by Hayden Smithberg. Nice play there from Smithberg, the senior, for a gain of 0 yards. So I'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Sioux.
Score over in Powers Lake at the newly renovated grandstands for Powers Lake.
Oh, wow.
A lot of happy people in this press box putting on the stands over in Powers Lake yesterday. Burke Divide Electric Cooperative helping out. 40-0. Outlaws up big over the Mustangs.
Broughton now dealing out a shotgun. Twins right, 1 to his left. In the back is going to be Horn accompanying Broughton. Broughton takes a snap. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to look to pass. Nobody. Big rush here from the Maroons. Almost had him, but Broughton slips away. He's going to throw another one deep to Arts. Oh, just out of the reach, but beautiful playmaking there. But Will Arts not able to come up with it. Tried to catch it one-handed, but no bueno.
That'd have been a heck of a play. Broughton scrambling for his life. Very good defensive pressure from the blitzing safety. Coming in, wrapping up. Got to wrap up low. Broughton launches just out of the outstretched arms in the back corner of the end zone. Kind of dark back there. Maybe you didn't see it.
Yeah. 4th and 5 for the Sioux. They're going to have a Twins right, 1 to his left. Broughton in shotgun, accompanied by Horn.
Boy, if Divide County could get off the field here, this would be a huge win starting the third quarter with a big 3rd and long stop.
Broughton going with the hard count here. Sioux taking instructions from offensive coach Anthony Lee, and we're going to have a timeout on the field. Timeout, Sioux. We're going to take a timeout as well. When we come back,
Westhope, their first timeout.
When we come back, it'll be 4th down for the Sioux. Don't go anywhere. GameDay Media, loud and proud.
At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brands all under one roof at 119 North Main Street in Tioga, or shop online at acehardware.com.
Welcome back to Cal Andrist Field. Dallas Hanson, David Peterson on the call here for Game Day Media. We've got 4th and 5. Walker Broughton looking to make some magic here. He takes a snap, looks to Twins left. Nobody home. He's going to go running around. He's still up. Oh, he fumbled! The fall's on the ground. We're going to have a Divide County. They recovered. Hayden Smithburg.
Glenburn Sioux just looked like he lost his foot. The ball ends up on the ground, and it's a scuff for it. And Hayden Smithburg, the hero for the night, gets the ball. I love the stand for the Maroons. Able to come out start of the third quarter.
So Walker Broughton fumbles. Nice pursuit there by Hayden Smithburg, the senior, able to come up with the fumble recovery. First turnover for the Sioux. Artman takes over. Sends bowling in motion. Artman. Nothing there. Fumble again. Divide County just fumbled it away and gives it right back. Walker gets it back, literally. He recovered the fumble. So Walker turns a wrong into a right, and Sioux get the football back. And I'm not sure who fumbled that ball. David, did you get a chance to see? Traven Head, the freshman. Yeah, makes a wrong to make it right. Oh, wrong, right. Yeah, no kidding. They're going to give it to Horn here for the Sioux. Horn makes a little slicing and dicing move. Great play that by Horn. Horn showing some promise. Robert Horn, a junior. So like we were talking, they've got a lot of weapons, David.
The Maroons in on the tackle were Stockton, Nelson, and Eamon Bowling.
Yeah, no. Broughton keeps it. He's going to be loose on the left side, and he's really loose, and this is going to be 6. Walker Broughton, nice run there for you. A 32-yard run for Broughton, and that gives him his second rushing touchdown of the ballgame. So a nice job there by the Sioux, able to make good after Walker fumbled. Divide County gets the football back. They fumble it. Walker recovers it and then goes on a little scamper there for a quick 32 yards to make our score 52-8 with 6:40 left here in the third quarter. Yeah, exactly. Run it. It's just as easy as that. Broughton on the 2-point conversion looks to his Twins left, and he's going to score, and it's going to be Arts. So the 2-point conversion is good, and that will make us 54-8. 6:20 left. Game Day Media, loud and proud. Dallas Hanson, David Peterson. Don't go anywhere. We're going to make this fun.
Located in Stanley, North Dakota, the mission of Montreal County Medical Center is to provide quality health care services to Montreal County and the surrounding area, and have done so since 1960. We are proud to be a part of Stanley's integrated healthcare system that includes our critical access hospital, nursing home, assisted living apartments, independent living apartments, and an aquatic center. To schedule an appointment with our great providers, call us at 701-628-2505 or find us on our website at stanleyhealth.org. Montreal County Medical Center, here to help you throughout a lifetime.
Welcome back to Cal Andrist Field. Appreciate you joining us here at Game Day Media. Also want to send a thank you to 1090 KTGO for picking up the radio feed of our broadcast tonight. Always appreciate them. And Walker Broughton, he's going to kick off here with 5:20 left in the third quarter. Running clock. Broughton kicks. It's going to go to Weston Peterson. Weston picks it up on the right side, trying to make a move. Swallowed up. Absolutely swallowed up there.
What an incredible open field tackle by number 13, Addison Palmer. Having himself a good night running the ball and a better night on special teams.
Yeah, the special teams has been a big part, and they've done their job for the Sioux. And out-trouts Connor Artman, the senior for Divide County, quarterback, looking to make some space, make some plays, and find some green grass. 4:48 left here in the third quarter.
On your NCC scoreboard, 54-8. Walker Broughton contributing on all.
Yeah, just a little bit. Smithburg is going to be out wide to the left for Artman. Artman's going to go under center. Traven Head in the backfield. Artman takes a snap. End around. It's going to be Stockton Nelson makes something out of nothing, and he's going to get a 2-yard gain. Stockton was stopped about 3 yards deep in the backfield for a negative play, but able to make something there.
Yeah, Brody Nordmark coming out of his defensive line position, the senior for the Sioux, running down the line on the reverse play. First man to the ball, and the Sioux swallowed him up for very, very minimal gain. 1, maybe 2 yards.
2nd and 8 for the Maroons. Smithburg will be out wide again.
Already 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
Yeah, this game is starting to fly.
Got the running clock already in the third quarter.
Artman still barking out directions for the Maroons. Goes under center. Takes a snap. He's going to drop back. He's going to loft it up, and it's going to be picked off. Picked off by number 24 for the Sioux. That'll be Rocklin Bodier. Nice play there by Rocklin. All-time name. Makes an all-time play. He's a junior. Nice play there. Right place, right time, seemed like.
Yeah, he comes. Looks like Artman kind of got caught in a little bit of a pump fake. Let go of the ball too late. He was looking for
Damon Bowling. So it will be Sioux football as they look to take over after the turnover. Third turnover for the Maroons. 2 fumbles lost, 1 interception. Walker Broughton is now taking some time off, and taking over for Walker is going to be Will Arts, senior. Arts wearing number 8 in the shotgun. He's got one receiver on each side. He hands off to who other than Robert Horn. Horn, nice little 4-yard gain there for Robert Horn.
Man, the coaching staff for Westhope. Who should we put in for quarterback?
Yeah.
Should we put in Will Arts? Should we put in Trayton Lessman? Should we put in Tiger Lee maybe getting a little bit of time? But the luxury, call it, being able to have any one of those kids step into the position.
Well, the Sioux just went over 200 yards rushing, 211 on the night. As we're going to have twins left here for Arts in shotgun. 2:30 left in counting in the third. Arts takes a snap, gives it back to Horn. Horn slicing and dicing. Going to make his way all the way. He's going to be about 4 yards short from the first down, but Robert Horn getting some plays in here, David.
Yeah, he is. It's a good chance, a good opportunity as we get a timeout here on the field, an injury timeout. We'll take a St. Luke's Medical Center timeout. We'll be back after this.
Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today.
Go.
Welcome back to Game Day Media. I'm Dallas Hansen alongside David Peterson. Thank you for joining us wherever, however. So far, if you're just now joining us, it's been the Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn Sioux all over Divide County, 54-8. And we just had a player cramp up. It was Damon Bowling for Divide County. But here goes Arts. Arts is going to throw a laser right down over. Nice play there by Dylan Potter to bring that in. He's going to bring it down to the 20-yard line. That'll be a first down, Sioux.
17-yard gain. Nice ball by backup quarterback / wide receiver / defensive end / defensive tackle / linebacker. Will Arts. Like I was saying earlier, what a luxury to be able to have all these athletic weapons kind of all over the field, substituting kids in, having your quarterback run out and play wide receiver, your wide receiver coming in to play quarterback, your running backs being able to wildcat formation. Kind of got lost there.
No, you're good.
Trying to get it out, but...
Well, Bob Brown, obviously not his night tonight. Him and Nate Nelson, co-head coaches, but they've been a part of a lot of great football games here, David. And like we were talking about earlier, Bob Brown, almost a legendary status, if you will. 1 state championship under his belt and many playoff wins, and seen a lot of players come and go.
Yeah, no doubt Bob Brown will probably be doted as one of the GOATs for the Divide County Maroons football team. Organization. When you think Maroons football, you think Bob Brown. You also think Nate Nelson. Just 2 very, very good football minds, excellent men, great people, which is more important than being a good football coach or a football player.
Bob Brown, his senior year at Sherwood High School, was able to win the state championship as we've got a touchdown here, Sioux. Touchdown, and the Sioux extend their lead 60-8 here. And David, did you catch here as we watch our RTC instant replay who scored that? I believe it was Addison Palmer. Addison Palmer on the 6-yard carry for the touchdown. So a nice play there by Addison.
Yes, able to get in the end zone. The guys up front on the last play of the third quarter being able to get into the end zone for another untimed down.
Going for 2 now are the Sioux.
What's really scary is that these Sioux, I don't think are at their season scoring average yet.
They're going to give an end around, and we're going to have close to a horse collar, but the flag does not come out. So no good there by the Sioux. We watch RTC instant replay. But after 3, the Sioux 60, Maroons 8. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
At Howglen Insurance Services, we are passionate about protecting farmers and ranchers. With extensive agricultural knowledge, we have the tools to protect your profit and minimize risk. Whether it's crop and livestock insurance or farm property and liability, we protect your hard-earned assets. We can also assist with farm transitions, commercial insurance, life, health, and disability coverage. You work hard to feed our world, and we work tirelessly to protect what you've grown and built. Call us at 701-965-4066 or visit us online at howgleninsuranceservices.com.
Welcome back to Cal Andrist Field. You're listening to GameDay Media football coverage here. I'm Dallas Hansen along with David Peterson. We've got a sponsor that we want to talk about, and that's the Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, sponsoring us to make sure coverage of these young student athletes is made possible. So appreciate the Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club.
Their booster club is happy right now. They got the grandstands filled. They got the broadcast booth set up. More importantly, they got the Outlaws up 46-0, up big as the third quarter winds down.
Sioux will kick off. It's picked up by Traven Head of the Maroons. Traven. Oh, he bulldozed somebody. Traven Head, the freshman, just bulldozed as we take a look at our RTC instant replay. And Traven Head, we've got a player injured for Westhope as well. Probably got the wind knocked out of him after that one. That was Addison Palmer. But Traven Head putting his head down and making his presence known.
Boom. There it is. Get a little bit lower, young man. Your shoulder pads are way more powerful than your helmet.
Maroons now take over. 11:30 left here in the ball game. 60-8. Sioux are up big. The number 2 ranked team in the state on the road.
Traven was our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game just a couple weeks ago, and I went down and talked to him. I'm like, dude, you are huge.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
A big freshman in high school.
So it will be Artman under center. A tight package for the Maroons. Bowling goes in motion. It's going to be a toss to Bowling. Bowling on the right side. He's got a little space. Able to lower his shoulder, and Bowling on a nice 9-yard gain there for Divide County.
As we take a peek at our RTC instant replay, Damon Bowling coming off the right side of the line. Nice tackling by the Sioux, minimizing the damage as the ball is set on the 44-yard line, south side of the 50. When did they change from their conventional, they all lined up in a line, right? Isn't that what the Maroons used to do?
Well, yeah, we did that.
Forever.
Yeah, forever, and then they changed it a little bit so the lineman could get closer to the football. But, yeah, they've...
I remember noting that last. I was like, that's a lot of moving for the bigs, to be in that line and get up to the field. It's just maybe unnecessary there. They got a completion.
Weston Peterson gets the toss. He's going to go for a first down and a gain of 8. So nice job there by Weston Peterson, a freshman. This Divide County team, nice 8-yard gain. Weston's been doing a lot on special teams with a lot of the returns. So, if you're a Divide County fan, David, this is a young football team. Obviously, the quarterback is a senior, but you've got some pieces going forward, and the best news for Divide County is Walker Broughton is a senior. And,
I think that's probably the best news for literally everybody in the state of North Dakota which is terrible news because it's gone.
Yeah.
He'd be a memory for most people. I was considering bringing up some of my kids up here to watch because it's such a special talent for us to be able to watch this. I mean, you don't see this all the time. I can name probably a handful of kids that are such impactful players for their teams.
1st and 10 for the Maroons with 9:30 left. Artman hands it over to Traven Head. Traven going to push his way forward. Nice little gain there and some extracurricular activities as tempers are starting to flare on both sides.
I think frustration may be coming out, but as a coach, you maybe call timeout. We don't need to make it worse than it already is. It's 60-0 in just under 9 minutes here, but
8. Whoa, give us our 8.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
No, you're good.
60-8.
60-8.
I'll edit that out.
No, you're good. It's all good. But
generational talent. You talk. Hunter Berg. You got Hunter Berg on your podcast. That's one that everybody knows.
Oh yeah.
You got.
Well, we just had John Cole's assistant here taking some stats and some video. He was on there. John Cole's the best.
Yeah, he is. You talk about somebody that is just a pioneer for Western North Dakota sports. You think Wyatt Hansen from Stanley, game-changing Mr. Basketball. You think Tyson Inget from Powers Lake. Jace Nelson from the Outlaws.
Head catches a screen pass from Artman. He's going to be close to a first down, gain of 8. So nice job there by Traven Head to catch the screen from Artman.
Yeah, and with game day, that was our goal. Is there's so many good kids out here and good athletes out in Western North Dakota that probably don't get the limelight of being on ESPN and being on network TV and stuff like that. We wanted to bring this into your house. Certainly don't sit at home and watch us. Come to the games. These kids work too hard, as you know, in your coaching days. They put in a lot of work. Come out and support the kids. Come out and support the community. They got the homecoming parade coming up next week in Divide County. Get out, celebrate the kids, celebrate the activities in your community.
Traven Head gets the midline run right up the gut, and he's going to be close to a first down. They're going to give it to him. So Traven Head, nice little 4-yard carry there as Divide County gets a first down, but they are still down with 7:44 running clock now. 60-8 on your NCC scoreboard. We're waiting for an update here from Kenmare. Kenmare was in a battle down there, but we mentioned this earlier, David. The number 1 team in the state, Lemoore Litchville Marion. They're playing Mayport CG, and Lemoore, number 1 team, just took over the lead 14-8 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. So the number 1 team playing well. The number 5 ranked team, Linton, they're up 22-6 against New Salem. And then we've got the number 3 team ranked in the state, New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock. They are up big on Nelson County.
New Rockford, that's who took down North Prairie last week, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, huge upset.
Artman keeps it, and we're going to have a 8-yard gain for Connor Artman.
The beauty of the internet, Dallas.
Yes.
The Kenmare Bowbells Honkers and the Tioga Pirates scores 14-8. Got to make sure we can see.
Oh man, the scoreboard's cut off.
14-18 or 14-8.
I think that's 8, isn't it? 18-14. Okay. Thanks, Nick Ader, for the update. Just got a text from somewhere over there in Honkerland.
Power of the internet when used correctly is a very beautiful, beautiful thing. We got 3 games going. We got ours producing. We got ours over in Powers Lake, and we got the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers against the Tioga Pirates on our third 4 screens up here in the press box.
Gain of 2 for Trenton Johnson and the Maroons to bring up 3rd and 5. Running clock, as we mentioned earlier here in the fourth quarter. Artman will go under center. Traven Head right behind him. They're going to pass it out to Costed. Damon Bowling making a nice little move. And he is going to pick up a first down. So Divide County picks up a first down. A little toss out to Costed.
Tackle made by the sophomore Rodney Berger. Another all-time name.
Yes.
I like that saying you got. The all-time name. Should have like a playoff bracket of all-time names.
Yes, we should. So Coach Anthony Lee and Lane Fleur are going to continue their ranking as number 2, I'm guessing, unless we see an upset tonight down there in Mayport. But they do a phenomenal job, David, and it's fun to have good coaches like that up here in this region.
Yeah, very, very excited for these guys. I'm looking to see them make a big playoff push.
Stockton Nelson, meanwhile, gets the end around, and he's going to score his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. Nice play there from Stockton Nelson.
So we take a look at our RTC Network's instant replay. Artman under center. Just a quick end and around and cut up field. Saw the hole. Nelson missed direction. Started left, ended right into the end zone untouched at 5:06 in the fourth quarter. Running clock continues. The NCC scoreboard is now 60-14.
4:27 left here where Marcus, whoever that is screwing up big time. But we're going to have a timeout on the field. 4:23 left in the ballgame. We're going to finish up strong.
Timeout, Divide County.
I heard you. At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
Welcome back to Cal Andrist Field. Dallas Hansen, David Peterson on the call. And don't go anywhere, folks. We got 4:23 running clock, and then we are going to announce our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, and then also have some coaches' comments. Correct, David?
Yeah, absolutely. Our DNL Paraffin postgame show. Stick around. We don't want to give any secrets away, but I wonder who will probably be our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game as
Extra
Artman.
point. Extra point is kicked good by Cole Artman. Nice work there by Cole Artman to kick in the extra point, and that makes our score 60-14 with 4:23 left in the ball game.
Let's just keep it right here. We're going to keep going here. We got 4 minutes, 23 seconds to go. 60-14 on our NCC scoreboard as the popcorn delivery boys are coming up to the press box, giving us something to eat. We're not going to eat to courtesy you guys.
Hospitality.
If you haven't downloaded the ND Score Feed app, please do. It is such a valuable tool for everybody in the state being able to check scores. You can take a little 5-minute certification to where you can become an official scorer. People rely on that. We rely on it heavily. Dallas, go ahead. What do you got? Some scores.
So we got a score. Alexander is up big on Lewis and Clark Berthold, 50-16, and that's a big one. And then number 1 Lemoore Litchville Marion. They're up 22-8 against Mayport. Start of the fourth quarter. So it looks like the number 1 team is going to maintain their number 1 rank. As if there was an upset there, you can't help but think, would Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn Sioux have a chance to be number 1?
I would think so if Westhope can continue their winning ways like they're going to. But I don't know if strength of schedule is played into that at all or not. I don't know any part of that. The voting, we do have votes with the state as part of our media. You kind of look at who is playing who at number 1, who is playing number 2, who's you look at all that kind of stuff when you are voting for that. But there's no reason why they wouldn't jump number 1 if not number 1. Here we go.
Ryan Barlow making his presence known, and Ryan Barlow heading towards the barley field as he is going to be close and he is going to score. Ryan Barlow comes in the game and makes a special teams great play. Nice job there from the senior.
95-yard touchdown run back on the right side of the field. Beautiful downfield blocking by the Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn Sioux. It's probably Aiden Durr's shoes.
Ryan Barlow heading towards the end zone there as Cal Andrist Field is surrounded by wheat fields, and there's no better time of the year, David, than harvest time, fall time, football time. I love it. It's my favorite time of the year, but it also means winter is coming and basketball's coming.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got a slate of games here at GameDay Media for basketball season, both boys and girls.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be loaded up.
Instant replays ready. We've got a drone, maybe some drone footage of the school before the game, and we've got a lot of different pieces coming.
A lot of different pieces coming. I've asked for permission to fly the drone inside the gym, and I just don't think that that's going to pass. I'll probably hand the drone controls over to you, Dallas. You're probably more skilled at that, but that's an inside joke between me and you.
Oh, yeah. The 2-point conversion is passed up and good. Nice play there by the Sioux. As on the receiving as that was Brody Kirk, the sophomore. Didn't catch who threw it as we look at our RTC instant replay.
This is the replay of the touchdown as we take a break. The kickoff return, 95-yard touchdown return for the Westhope Newburg Glenburn Sioux, extending their lead to 68-15 on your NCC scoreboard. We'll be back after this timeout.
While being the largest leaseholder in the Bakken, Continental Resources believes that we are among the most efficient and cost-effective producers of oil and natural gas on the planet. One of the most effective ways of putting action behind our values is by giving to those communities in which we operate. American Energy is a huge contributor of tax revenue to local, state, and federal governments, an economic catalyst, and a job creator. If you want to work in an environment that encourages teamwork and putting your ideas into action, visit CLR.com to start your new career today.
Welcome back to GameDay Media. Dallas Hanson, David Peterson. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you supporting our podcast, our broadcast, as we are available on YouTube, Facebook. YouTube, it is GameDay Media is what you search, and hit that subscribe button and like some videos. It helps us with a lot of things. Then on Facebook, GameDay Media ND. On there we have stats, quick links to games, everything you need for your favorite student athlete to follow them. And here we go. Hayden Smithberg going to return the kick. He brings it out to the 44-yard line. So with 1:25 left, I'm going to head down to the field.
Absolutely.
We got our DNL Paraffin post-game show. Here we go, David. You're going to have to – Radio Randy's going to be listening to this, taking notes. You live up to the hype.
Stepping into the bar set very high with – I only get to do this for 1 minute and 9 seconds, Dallas. I should be good. 1 minute and 4 seconds to go on the game before we enter into our DNL Paraffin post-game show. As number 5, Weston Peterson checks into the game for the Divide County Maroons. They are seeming just fine with letting the clock run out. 50 seconds and counting. Artman under center.
Hey, guys.
Sends Bowling in motion. Traven up the field. Gain of 4. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Divide County Maroons. Under 30 seconds to go here from Cal Andrist Field. Stick around. The DNL Paraffin postgame show. Dallas is doing his best 40-yard dash, going to get a hold of Coach Anthony Lee or Coach Lane Fleur, and our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, no doubt. As a pitch to Damon Bowling on the far side, Bowling around the end. Run out of bounds by number 24 of the Sioux. Recklin Boudry.
Met by 24 for the Sioux, and a flag is down.
Penalty flag on the play. Maybe some extracurricular activity outside the white lines. As we send it down to Ron Wright for the call. Discussing with Kevin Hovey what's going on, what the penalty call was. Most likely it'll be tacked on. Face mask on the defense.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that is the game, folks. Your final from Cal Andrist Field in Crosby, North Dakota. The number 2 rated Westhope Newburg Glenburn Sioux come in and put a whooping on the Divide County Maroons, 68-15. We'll be back. Dallas will catch up with our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game and our Continental Resources Coaches' comments. We'll be back after the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Otheon Boutique carries a wide variety of women's clothing as well as permanent jewelry. Shop in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopotheon.com.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by
Dr. Cammie Wehrman has been serving the Crosby area with entire family chiropractic care for 20 years, specializing in back and neck pain, headaches, and sports injuries. We also carry a full line of Nutridyne supplements. To schedule an appointment today, call 701-965-3222.
Murex Petroleum Corporation, a pioneer for today, creating opportunities for all involved. Extraordinary people, extraordinary assets.
To start a great career, visit MurexPetroleum.com.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Border Mobile Grain Cleaning, based in Columbus, North Dakota, offers custom on-the-farm grain cleaning for spring wheat, durum, and barley. Contact Ethan Bakken at 701-310-5007 or find him on Facebook at Border Mobile Grain Cleaning.
Since 1952, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, North Dakota has been Burke County's only full-service community-owned and chartered bank. We are committed to being the financial backbone of our community. Liberty State Bank, FDI insured.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Nessa Consulting, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Visit NessaConsulting.com.
Our paths are rarely clear-cut. You may step out of bounds, or even out on your own. No matter what it looks like, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Brevera Bank, Insurance and Wealth.
While being the largest leaseholder in the Bakken, Continental Resources believes that we are among the most efficient and cost-effective producers of oil and natural gas on the planet. One of the most effective ways of putting action behind our values is by giving to those communities in which we operate. American Energy is a huge contributor of tax revenue to local, state, and federal governments, an economic catalyst, and a job creator. If you want to work in an environment that encourages teamwork and putting your ideas into action, visit CLR.com to start your new career today.
And here we go. Go ahead.
So, corner Anthony Lee, Coach Lee, awesome job. You used a lot of, we talked about it before the game, a lot of different weapons on this team, but what were your thoughts as this is your first time being ranked number 2 in the state as your team came in and dominated?
I thought we did a lot of good things. Some things we still got to clean up, but I think we're getting better each and every week, so that's what's important to us now.
This player to your right, Walker Broughton, what does he mean to you as a coach? More importantly, as a fantastic player.
Yeah, he's unreal. Very fortunate. I've got to coach him for, this is the 6th year now between sports, so very fortunate. Does a lot of amazing things, and we're very lucky to have him.
Well, Coach, you are now ranked number 2. Number 1 struggled a little bit tonight down in Mayport. They're still playing, so we'll see how that pairs out. But as you guys move on in practice and you keep moving forward, what are your guys' goals and what are your hopes and dreams?
We just got to keep getting better every single day. That's kind of our motto. Every day we got to get better, so rankings really don't mean a thing right now.
Appreciate you, Coach. Walker Broughton now, our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. Walker, take me through your pregame speech to your team.
I know, when we huddle up right away, I just tell them that we got to lock in and play to our expectations and keep doing the things that we got to do to win football games. And we're playing against ourselves. I mean, we're playing a good football team here, good coach team. We just got to play against ourselves and not make big mistakes.
Well said. So I was talking to Coach before the game. They're kind of moving you around a little bit, not only playing quarterback, wide receiver. How does that feel as a player to not only have to know the quarterback position, but the other positions?
It all ties along in one single string. So, I mean, every position, you have the same keys pretty much, and you just keep going and do what I can when I'm out there in any position. So,
as a leader of this team, Walker, there's a lot of hype behind you guys. How are you going to manage this hype to keep this train going?
We're not worried about the rankings. We're worried about us. That's our biggest goal, is to play against ourselves and keep doing what we can do.
How is it going to feel next year? You're going to exchange this Sioux jersey for a North Dakota State Bison jersey. What are your thoughts? And I'm sure Coach Paulsek was psyched to have you join the team.
I'm super excited to join the Bison, so it's going to be a great experience for me, and I'm ready to do it.
You're your first Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, Walker Broughton.
Thank you, Dallas. Excellent job. That was Walker Broughton, our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, the NDSU commit, exchanging his Sioux jersey for a Bison jersey, ironically enough. When we come back, we're going to keep going with our DNL Paraffin postgame show. Dallas is going to get his 40 on back to the booth, and we will continue on. We'll be back after the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout.
Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Otheon Boutique carries a wide variety of women's clothing as well as permanent jewelry. Shop in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopotheon.com.
Looking for top quality groceries and ready to go meals? Visit The Depot, owned by Julie and Josh Bummer in Crosby, North Dakota. This specialty grocery store offers a wide selection of premium meats, including 100% ranch source beef from the Nelson Livestock Company, essential grocery items, and delicious pre-made meals perfect for any occasion. If you're planning family dinner, need something fast, or need a special order for an upcoming event, The Depot has you covered. Support local and shop The Depot in Crosby today. Find us on Facebook at The Depot LLC.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
Welcome back to Crosby, North Dakota. We just finished up a football game here between the Westhope Newburg Glenburn Sioux, who dominated tonight, a 60-14 victory. And we're going to go over some stats here, as we've got quite a few to cover. But it was the Walker Broughton show. 5 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. And here's how it went down for his receivers. Will Arts, 2 receptions for 28 yards. Trayton Lessman, 2 receptions for 99 yards. Damon Braun, 1 reception for 35. Jaden Nelson, 1 reception for 23, for a total of 245 yards for Walker Broughton and his wide receivers. Rushing attempts, Walker also did that. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. One came on a 7-yard scamper and one came on a 32-yard scamper. And they had 21 rushing attempts as a team for 230 yards. Walker had 10 rush attempts for 142 yards. Addison Palmer, 7 rush attempts for 70 yards. Next up was Robert Horn. Robert had 6 attempts for 32 yards. And that was that side of the Westhope Newburg Glenburn Sioux, who are ranked number 2 in the state and showed why tonight. Divide County, they struggled a little bit, have few fumbles, few turnovers, didn't help their cause. But Stockton Nelson, he led the charge there with a total of 2 rush attempts for 59 yards. Both of those rush attempts went for touchdowns. Connor Artman, the starting quarterback for Divide, he had 4 attempts for 13 yards. Peyton Costad, 5 attempts for 18 yards. Traven Head, 6 attempts for 21. Weston Peterson, 1 attempt for 8. And Damon Bowling, 8 attempts for 42 yards to bring their rushing total to 156. As far as turnovers go, Divide County fumbled the ball 4 times, lost it twice, and threw 1 interception. And then it was a fumble by Walker Broughton, and that was the unique one because he fumbled and then gave the ball back to Divide County. Divide County fumbles. Walker Broughton recovers, and they score. So, David, as we sum up this football game, it was a little bit of a blowout. We made it fun, though, as our final was the Sioux 60, Maroons 14. Walker Broughton got our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, and appreciate Coach Lee taking some time to talk to us as well. But, you know, there's one thing when you're a superstar, David, and you can tell me what you think about this. When you're
I thought you were going to call me a superstar.
You are. But when you're a star like Walker Broughton, I can honestly say I've never seen a kid so humble. And I've never, you know, it was just like another walk in the park, and he took time and he, you know, congratulated his teammates. But he was in that post-game report, he was talking about us, not me.
Right.
And that was big.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to touch on level-headed.
Yeah.
Very level-headed. Probably doesn't get too low. Probably doesn't get too high. Very level-headed. And you could tell in his playing style, basketball, the big foul that was no called in the championship game when he got hurt and kind of whatever, let it go and moved on to the next. But, yeah, he's definitely a special talent, and it's so fun to hype kids like that. I mean, we're sitting up here talking like he can walk on water, and he's just down there like, guys, I just play football, man. I'm just here to play football, and no doubt NDSU is getting a good one. I'm glad he signed there, and he didn't continue to the school to the north.
Yes.
I'm sure they were after him as well. But, the team that he has, the people that are surrounded him, the parts of the puzzle that Anthony Lee and Lane Fleur have put together around them are just, they're going to make a very, very good run. They're such a good program. It's such a deep, tried and true effort of what they're doing up in Westhope, Newburg, Glenburn, and it's going to be fun to see where they end up. Hopefully we can see them again.
Well, that's our coverage here for tonight's game here at Cal Andrist Field. I want to thank you for joining us, and we've got a little bit of a schedule before we go. We're going to talk a little bit about that. David, why don't you go ahead?
The next game action for GameDay Media is going to take us to Ray on September 19th, I believe is September 19th, Powers Lake, Burke Central versus the Ray Jays. And then we're going to be back over in Ray on the 24th for Kenmare versus Ray on the volleyball side. On September 17th will be Divide County versus Tioga. First serve is to be at 7 o'clock. You flip over to the football side on the 20th, next Friday, MLS Mavericks come into Tioga for a showdown between the Tioga Pirates and Mavericks. Kickoff slated for 7 o'clock. Our Northwest Therapy Services kickoff starts at 7, and our Border Plains Equipment pregame show 6:30, 6:15. It was a lot of fun, man. Thanks for doing this. This has been a lot of fun. Take us out of here, Dallas.
I want to thank Owen Miller, our cameraman. Thank you, Owen, for coming. And thank you, David, for being the color tonight. And for Dallas Hanson, my first play-by-play ever. Really appreciate GameDay Media. Hopefully many more to come. But you've been listening to the great and powerful GameDay Media. Final score here from Crosby. The NCC scoreboard reads like this. The Sioux 60, Divide County 14. Until next time, keep going.